Motherfucking is housing this lemon.
Dude, I was telling him when you were still in the bathroom, I was telling him, I'm glad he brought these. This is my work snack, so I don't snack on some shit. I put it in my little work pocket. And once I'm like, all right, I'm working, doing my whole thing, and then once I like...
Is there something about salt that curbs an appetite or something?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, well, anything that will like stimulate your taste buds will curb your appetite.
Yeah, you know what? That is true because I'll eat...
And this is a good option. This pickles is another one. Pickles is good.
Pickles is good.
Low calorie snack.
Yeah,
cucumber if you don't like sour
snacks,
stuff.
Dude. I'd be housing snacks because I think it's probably the salt. I need the salt.
No,
I allowed myself to do that in December.
That was going viral. There's a white guy in Texas didn't understand how everyone's staying cool, and it's all these Mexican dudes, and they just said Tajin.
Yeah.
Oh, what? And he goes, get Tajin flavor to what you want, and you put it in water. He goes, there's nothing else. All the salt, electrolytes is all in there, and so
That's true.
Just
interesting.
And he's sweating, but not profusely. And he was like, dude, I do feel the energy. They're like, yeah, it's better than Gatorade. He goes, we tell you guys, you white boys don't understand, dude. We're healthier than you guys. But that the white guy got him right back. He said, well, how the hell are you fatter than me? I said, what the? This guy got him good. He's like, I don't know either, man. Hey, yo estoy gordo, güey. I was like, they go stupid shows.
Like, that's not the Tajin. That's honestly probably my ratio of rice and beans that I eat, you know?
Yeah.
Beans will get you. Rice will get you.
For me, I
love
think,
rice.
And if I go over on a Sunday or whatever, and then my mom made a big meal, and you got that big pan of rice, the big pot of beans, I'm taking leftovers for my week.
There
like
you go.
2 little Tupperwares of just rice and beans.
Right.
And that goes with everything for me. I'm sorry,
That's
dude.
true.
Like, you
That's
take
true.
rice and beans, you heat those up together. Oh, dude, you could do just regular tortillas. You could do quesadillas, tacos, Oh, dude. You ever been this fat? You ever take the frozen what is it, La Cholula or whatever, the chimichangas, the frozen aisle chimichangas, the yellow bag?
Yeah,
we all know what we're talking about.
Yep,
Jose Ole.
Yep.
Okay,
I just had one of those the other day.
Yeah, you ever take those, let them defrost entirely, and fry them up?
Now we're talking.
Melt some cheese on top.
Yep.
Throw whatever salsa or pico, sour cream. That is the next level way.
Now we're talking authentic Mexican cuisine
trash
here.
food. No. No, honestly, I'm very guilty of that. Where it's like I'll be craving like that, like homemade thing, and like that's the closest thing I got right now is a Jose Ole coming in clutch.
thank you, fellas, for
You always be going to your mom's house to get food, though, huh? I used to do that all the time.
Well, because my family infamously makes too much food.
Yeah,
so like I'm like the control system. You know what I mean? That kind of like
my whole entire relationship with this guy. Every time I go over his parents' house, take some food. I'm like, oh, okay, dude, it is a spread, bro. It's always a spread.
Insane amounts of food. Like the other day for Vinny's birthday, we did. It was like all like taco spread, and they didn't just do like, all right, we got chicken, asada, and carnitas or whatever. They did chicken, two orders of chicken, 2 orders of asada. 2 orders of El Pastor, an order of lengua, an order of just like way too much for all of us. You want so much so that I was entirely able to take the entire chicken platter, which comes with rice, beans, salsa, tortillas, and the chicken, all for myself. I took it home.
Just big ass meals all day.
Yeah, fed me for 3 days. Fed me for 3 days.
Damn, that's crazy.
That's awesome. That's how my cousin one day like. I get a lot of my comedy from my family, right? And my dad's the one that made me. He's always talking shit. And one of my cousins, he's a big boy, and I walked in, and my dad goes, "Hey, ya vistes? See the fucker?" I go, "What?" He goes, "Look what he has for breakfast." And I looked over, and my cousin, he had the Chinese plate, the burrito, the breakfast burrito. It's called the ultimate burrito. This shit has chorizo con huevo, bacon, potatoes, rice, beans, and a little guac. And then on the side, it's called chicharrón. The sauce.
The deep fried pork.
This is in East LA.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
sense.
breakfast, though.
That's breakfast. 2 tamales. And,
oh, my God.
And champurrado. This fat ass. And then my dad goes, I see him eating one. He goes, yeah, his fat ass gave it to me if it weren't for the fact that I caught all this. And he goes, oh, and he talks like one of those really heavy facts. Hey, primo, it's like I don't always eat like that, fool. It's just protein because I'm going to the gym.
The Mexican Biggie Smalls. Hey, homie, it's
Gym.
My dad goes, this fat ass doesn't. He sits outside of the fucking gym and he's eating all that. That's what he's doing. He only gave me the tamale because I caught his ass. And he, oh shit, hey, dude, you want one? Yeah, no, yeah. You're gonna eat all that shit yourself, huh? I was like, I go, Dad, you're a dick. Dude, he's on.
Thee Stool Podcast.
What do we want?
Mr. Stool! Dad, who the hell are these assholes?
You guys are so mean. Those kids are real losers.
We don't want your music.
You're their forfeit. You guys are so embarrassing.
To win any motherfucker over is being funny.
Nice work, you dunce.
Let's take that as our opportunity to jump right into the episode and introduce our guests right
Let's do
after
it.
we introduce ourselves. I am
Absolutely.
Anthony, aka Ranthony. This is Thee Stool Podcast. Welcome back, everybody. To my left, we have the legendary Johnny Savage.
Oh, sorry. What's up, Johnny, aka Johnny Savage here, with another episode of the Stool Podcast with my little friend here. Oh,
Oh,
and
now that's some erectile dysfunction.
we got a nice guest today, but before that, we got Mick on the board, bitch, again.
What's up, guys? I am Mick. Welcome to the Stool Podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. Before we get started today, hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys so much. And hit that bell icon. And share it to everyone.
Hit it now.
Introduce our guest, Mick.
Get it now.
Oh, man. I'm not prepared for
Do you know how
that.
to say his last name?
Let's see how he says my last name.
Maravilla?
Maravilla, cabrón. Maravilla.
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 Hola, mi gente, ¿cómo estamos?
Yeah, with us we have Chris Maravilla.
You know, I got it, guys. I got it.
Yeah.
And
Thank
today,
you. Thank you. I'm not hosting. That's why I'm like, why we...
and today, we got a very special guest, comedian, Mr. Chris Maravilla.
Thank you. How you guys doing? This is the one and only Big Chris. Like, whoa, that's how I go. That's how I usually say all my skits. So,
Nice.
you know. Hey, pleasure to be here, guys.
Thanks
Thank
for
you for the
thanks
Pleasure
invite.
to have you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, man. It's gonna be a good time. You know what? First off, Chris, just tell us a little bit about yourself. I know I only met you today. Anthony, I think only met you today. You're
No, I've met him.
met him
We met
before?
before, yeah.
oh, nice. So Mick, you guys work together and stuff like
Right,
that. Okay.
right.
So just tell
Yes,
us a little bit
sir.
about your journey in comedy and what you do.
Oh, no problem. Look, the journey started about 15 years ago. Okay. And I have a lot of funny material because of the life I was
Yeah.
raised in, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I was doing these bits, I was already married. Now, I had my second kid, and that's when my wife was like, hey, you know, like, I don't like that you're going out all the time. You know, look how far back this was when Facebook started. Facebook.
Like,
I know when was that.
Yeah. My buddy was like, dude, if you're going to do this comedy stuff, you need to get out there. And there's a thing called Facebook. Start posting your stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I was about maybe 20 to 30 pounds lighter. And, you know, my wife started noticing because she would handle it. And she's like, why are all these girls coming out here? And I was like, I don't know. I'm not cheating on you, so I don't need to. Then she said, you know, I don't like this. So I only lasted 3 years.
Uh-huh.
But in the 3 years, I think I made an impact because I just started last year.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of comedians that actually I did not even think of it recognized me.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Chris? You back in the game? I'm like, yeah, man. Well, I'm going to try to get my foot back in the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, man, that's what's up. Like, dude, we miss you. Hey, man, we can't forget. Apparently, I made an impact.
Yeah.
Now-
That's dope.
The comedy world is like Anthony. He's getting in the game.
Mhm.
Wait, how long you been in it, Anthony?
I barely just started this
Just
year.
started, huh? Okay. But in the gap that I had so long, and to still have people remember me
Mm-hmm.
was something
Yeah,
special.
that's dope. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I felt very at home, and
Mm-hmm.
you should see some of these comics now. They're like, wait a minute. How long have you been off? I go, 15 years. You look like you never left.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know if you guys know who Jeff Garcia is.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Rest in peace, Jeff Garcia, man, because I I get to work with now his son. Sometimes he'll bring me up, but
Nice.
I got to work with Jeff Garcia. One time he saw me and he's like, "Hey, look, man, I'm gonna tell you right now. You need to shorten your shit. Like your jokes are too long. You got 5 minutes, and you're like, hey, dog, you're doing too much." And that's when I started writing more and more. But the journey right now is going good.
So
That's good.
collectively,
That's awesome.
without the break included, how many years have you done comedy total? Would you say
4 years.
4 years?
Nice.
4 years total.
And
Cool.
you've just you've been all over Southern California. A lot of these.
Yeah,
places.
actually, yeah. Got to travel to San Diego.
Mhm.
With Jamario McLean and this guy named Fernando Sanchez. Fernando Sanchez was the first one that I went to. And actually, no. Sebastian Satina. Shout out to Sebastian Satina. When he sees all this, he's going to be, what the f*** are you doing? Real cool guy. He knew who I was. He recognized me one day at a bar that I was like, I saw he was close by. So I said, hey, man, I want to get my foot back in the door. So he goes, all right. I can't put you up right now, but I'll give you a call. Now, Fernando Sanchez, on the other hand, he lives in Riverside. He's the one that goes, hey, where do you live? I say, I live in Fontana. Why don't we carpool? Got it. I'll put you up. I'll tell him. And he literally said, hey, you better be funny, fool, because if you're not fucking funny, I'm going to drop you. And I'm all, that's okay. That's all right,
So you're
dick.
getting the light at 2 minutes, and then you're
Yeah, if I see you suck, dude, I'm going to tell him I'm never bringing him back again. And he,
like I said, the whole ice race. They were just starting.
Yeah.
A year ago,
right, they're starting to ramp up. So he takes me to this VFW, and I see nothing but like Mexican people. Like, oh my, in the crowd. And he goes, I thought, and I go, okay, what am I going to say? What should I say first? I get up there, and I said, oh my God. I guess they haven't deported all of us, huh? Look at this crowd. There's so many brown faces. Ice! Nobody jumped. Okay, so that means all of you are legal. And
It's been a trap the whole time.
Yeah.
Bring the officers in.
they're outside. My dude, he just sat back and he goes, I did 5 minutes.
Uh-huh.
I got off the stage. I didn't stutter. My punchlines were on point. And he said, so you're fucking telling me you haven't done this in 15 years? I go, yeah. Not once have you done an open mic. Not once, bro. He's all, holy shit. All right, well, let's roll.
Like riding a bike.
Yeah, it was like riding a bike. I feel comfortable, man. And
That's
Nice.
good shit, man. Good shit. So, with your overall journey, with the comedy stuff that you've done, what else is there to share about your life that what's brought you to this point here? What has brought you to the lows of joining us here on the Stool Podcast?
no, you know what? I see it like this. We're all in entertainment, right?
Yeah.
We want to put something, because you know why? Because any one of us doesn't want to do 9 to 5, right? We hate it. You were telling me, Jay, that you're in a band. That means that you have a talent, you have a gift, that's something you want to share with the rest of the world.
Yep.
You're starting to get into comedy, same thing. You see, the thing is that us in entertainment, sometimes our minds are like crazier than anybody else. People don't understand us sometimes.
Yeah.
You hear a riff a little different than anybody else. I mean, I can hear System of a Down. I could hear Jelly Roll. I won't hear the same acoustics that what you might hear.
Right.
And your funny bone might be like Tony's and mine, right? Two different stories, but if you know the premise, you will literally know where to hit the riff.
Yeah.
Hey, dude, that A minor was suck, dude. You don't hit that again. You're not hitting it just right. For us, it's our punchlines. Ooh, that took too long. Your stories are too long. I didn't get the joke. Did the rest of the, you got to hear. That's why they tell you.
This actually really kind of like peeks into my interest in like something I've been trying to think about, like kind of philosophically with what art is, right? And we talk about it. What's
All
art?
the time,
What's art and what's entertainment?
Right.
And to me, that's one thing that has given me some new insight is trying to do stand up versus before I was a musical performer. I had bands and all this stuff, and so you learn how to play off the energy of that kind of room. And how to dictate and guide and kind of encourage energy in a room. You know what I mean? Because sometimes a room will be very dead, and there's ways to make sure that it's not, to engage with the audience in a way that it's not. With stand-up and with comedy and things like that, it's very different. And it's more or less, it's like, I how do I relate to people in it with my sensibility,
Right.
which is much harder to do. Because like you could rely on like, very easy, like little quick quips and things like that to get a chuckle out of people. But when it comes down to like doing something substantial and like being standout, and it's more about being in the room and sharing that visceral experience with all the people in the room.
Yeah.
And then getting them to laugh about that with you, So that's one thing that's been crazy for me to try to adapt to, is just like learning that new energy.
I'm telling you right now, bring in whatever you remember from your childhood, like your parents. That's always funny. My dad was always funny. He naturally is funny, but he's not funny where he says, I can't do it in front of people. I can do it with family. Because the dumb shit that there was a time I accidentally lit my dad's eyebrow on fire because I was too small to reach the pedal when he said, he's fixing the car. He's fixing the carburetor. Now he tells me, hey, I need you to turn the key. Okay. When I tell you to pump the gas, do it. All right. And then turn it back off. I literally looked and I said, what the fuck did he just say?
That's like a game assignment. Red, green, blue, green.
The hood, he has the hood open, and right between that gap, I see him going like this. I said, oh, okay. So I turned the whole thing on, and he had the carburetor spray. Ball of fire.
No.
Chica su madre. Ay, wey. And I'm hearing cussing me out. And I'm like, chico, cabrón. He stopped patting himself, and I go, oh, shit, you're missing an eyebrow. No shit. And he's like, oh, my God, dude. My dad's like, look how I look stupid. I'm all like, well, I mean, it's kind of an improvement.
It's a stylistic choice,
Yeah. He would do the dumbest shit. Like one time, he would always wake us up early in the morning. All right. And I got to say this on stage one time. Some people were like, oh. He's yelling at me. He was always yelling at me because I was that kid.
Yeah.
At one point, he said, they told him, I think he has ADHD at school, and he said, no, just whoop his ass.
Oh, he's definitely the kid with the silver teeth for sure.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have him, but I was close. He one day has his cup of coffee. He had a old 78 Toyota pickup truck, like old ass. There's no cup holders in this shit. So he puts his coffee cup right here. He's shifting. He's like, you know what your fucking problem is? He's like, you don't pay attention to school. So he's like yelling at me, and then I look and I go, Dad, red light. And he went, oh shit. He squeezed hot coffee all over his balls. And next thing he's like, oh shit, mijo, soplame. Hey, blow yourself, fool. I'm not fucking blowing you. Are you kidding? Oh, my roasted nuts. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. And I'm laughing.
Now, was that pre or post 1994 when you could have cleaned up money for that shit?
Pre-94, yeah.
Damn it.
My dad was so stupid. And now that I said that I did this again, he goes, oh, so you're a fucking funny man again, huh? I go, yeah. He goes, you know what? I hope you do the best. Oh, thanks, Dad. No. Seriously. I want to be the first guy on Netflix to stand up and go, this guy fucking sucks, and I'm gonna walk off, and I'm all. Is that's what you're gonna give me? All right, I see how you are, and that's where everything started.
Nice little dose of negative reinforcement.
Yeah. That's what this generation needs.
It does, big time.
Oh boy, I got into a deep conversation with a friend yesterday about that shit, about how literally like dude. Okay, so I'm trying to get the trigger out of my head of like, oh yeah, I saw this video, I saw that video. But it's a lot of these videos are literally just kind of reiterating information that I've learned from actual books and good sources of information and just reminding me of that stuff. But true like learning and knowledge and like inspiration and things that push art and push us to kind of create stuff that hasn't been seen before, or people don't know how to interpret the way they have interpreted previous art. That all has basically kind of started to like dissipate because of the like generalized idea of what a global perceptive entertainment value score is. You know what I mean? Netflix, what's the rating on there? Rotten Tomatoes, what's the rating on there? So people, one, don't give art a chance, and especially a generation that's how they're brought up, kind of that's what they're taught to do is like, oh yeah, if this thing has less than 3, I don't need to watch it. I'll look for something else.
Right.
They end up actually spending more of their time looking for something that might meet their standards as opposed to challenging themselves with something that maybe it doesn't meet your standards, but it will challenge you in a different way.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's the same effect that we have with like Nintendo games. When we played fucking Super Mario Brothers back in the day, you know, like we had 3 lives and you had to fucking survive. And if you didn't do it that night by 9 o'clock by bedtime, then guess what? You start over in the fucking morning. But guess what? Guess what we all did? We went to school and you were like, I can't wait to finish my homework, and we suffered
Did it again.
and that built neural connections for our generation that is not existent.
Me and my cousin used to play. So he would come to his mom would drop him off at my house at like an hour before school started, before we had to leave. So we would start playing. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Hyperstone. What was it called? Hyperstone
Heist.
There you go.
Yeah.
We would play that one literally every morning, and we get to Shredder. My mom would be like, "Hey, we gotta leave."
Playing video games before school. Playing video games before school, before save points, is a crazy venture. Has anybody here ever paused their game the whole day?
Yeah, just leave it on.
Leave it on pause all day.
And then your dad comes over and he goes, "What the fuck is this? Turn it off." No.
What are you watching Jenny Jones for? What the?
What the hell did you just do?
Nobody gives a fuck about Maury, dude.
I was on level 6 of X-Men Clone Wars. I've never made it to 6. I still had 5 fucking lives. What is wrong with you? You see the screen. You know what it's there for.
But no, we used to literally every fucking morning, and every time we'd get to Shredder, and that'd be like just enough time for my mom's like, all right, let's go. We got to go. And we're like, no, we got to finish it. We're almost there. Just had to beat Shredder and that's it.
Yeah, playing video games before school is a crazy venture. Unless you're doing something simple like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat.
Mine was Battletoads.
Battletoads.
That was a fucking hard-ass game.
One of the hardest games, bro.
Fucking crap.
One of the so Super Contra, Super C.
Yeah,
that's one that I have.
one.
I have a very funny story about where it was me and I would play it with my dad sometimes, but it was me and my second oldest sister that just had this fucking obsession with it, dude. We were just like, we need to fucking do this. And so there would be times where because I was probably like 9 and she was probably like 15, 14, around that age. And there would be times where we just like, you know, it's like a Friday or something. We all just ate dinner. Everyone else is doing something else. And we just like lock eyes and you're like, you ready?
Let's do it.
You ready to do this? And then it would be till like 11:30 at night, like, the fucking helicopter.
And you're like, let's do this.
And I was like, let's fucking get it,
dude. Oh, that's tight.
That was a special time in video gaming for me. And I do genuinely think that that's a different type of video gaming from what we have now.
For me,
where it's like Call of Duty matches, you know what I mean? And fucking Minecraft endless. Like, I'm going to build this. That's my challenge today. I'm going to build that. That's my challenge tomorrow. And there's
Minecraft's
just like...
is pretty fun, though. I do like
I'm
that
not
game.
saying it's not fun. I'm just saying it doesn't build the neural connections that cultivate challenge in people.
Yeah.
You remember the game Lost Vikings? Remember
Lost
that?
Vikings. Is that a computer game?
Yeah. I don't remember.
It's like a teamwork based like side scroller. It was on Genesis and Super Nintendo. It was like
Was it anything like Gauntlet or something like that, or
no? It's like a teamwork thing. There's these three Vikings. They each had different skill sets.
Right.
So you had to like use each one. That game was super fun.
Was it super hard though?
What console?
Okay.
It was on both consoles, SNES and
okay,
Genesis.
so it was that era.
Yeah.
Lost Vikings. I'll look this up.
I'm going to check that out.
I know. I want to check that out. Shit. I remember when I was, I lived in Glasso Park, okay, and a lot of hills. And with me and my brother, my dad bought us a Nintendo, but that was it. And then after that, we heard about this thing called Sega Genesis. And we're like, hey, what's this? And it's like, oh, dude, the graphics are way better. So me and my brother, all right. But the video store that... I can't believe they did this, but this video store used to rent out the consoles for like 3 days.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys did that, but yeah.
I remember that.
Dude, that was so much fun, huh? That was like, you're like, hey, I could rent. And then being a kid from that kind of hood, we're like, hey, so if we steal this and sell it, how much you think we can get back? And we're like, no, dude, we can't f it up for everybody else. So then after the 3 days, we come back and return it.
So you were the one who f it up for everybody else.
Me and my brother were like, hey, fool, let's just sell this shit. I mean, how much? What's the worst that could happen? I'm all like, hey, maybe they have our address, and it's like, yeah, you got to fill out the whole form of like, where I live. Here's my phone number.
I do remember that being like a thing, even in like the mom and pops video stores. They would rent them out or whatever.
They didn't bring those back,
and then eventually,
mom and pop shops. They didn't bring those back.
They're coming back. Honestly, it's a thing. I mean, it's so funny. It's almost like that meme where it's like you don't know how far or how close you are till the end unless you give up. And with the last Blockbuster in, I think it's in Ohio or something like that. Oregon.
It's in Oregon, yeah.
Yeah, so there's like the last Blockbuster's the last video store, chain, whatever thing. And there's all these new boutique places now that people are opening up. And this is something that I've already predicted for like years now. The same way with vinyls, the same way with tapes. There's a niche and kind of like centralized market for these fans that they want specific stuff. They want to collect physical media.
Physical media is coming back big time.
And I would say it's a thing that will never be able to get taken from us, because when they put the most measures in to do so, there's always a deflection. We always, like with all the like the Netflix stuff, you see all these memes now. It's like, oh yeah, Netflix is trying to charge for this and that, and oh, they're not streaming this at this time. It's like, so why do I pay for this? Like when I got the DVDs, you see that stuff all the time now. Yep. And it's more or less, I've always been on that train where it's like, no, I kind of want to be in charge of what it is that I choose to watch. Like I don't want someone else to dictate it to me, whether it's Spotify or Netflix or Amazon. I want to choose my own shit and curate my own shit,
Yeah. I know you talk about that a lot too, like curating your own shit. So I stumbled upon, and I think I mentioned this in the pod before, but there's a subreddit called, I think it's CD collectibles or something like that, but basically like CDs.
Yeah.
Like, so there's like younger people, like younger than us, that are starting to collect like CDs, and they're going to thrift stores and, oh, look at, here's my haul for today, and it'll be like 3 Doors Down and like Korn and like all these bands, and it's sick. And they'll be like, other genres of music.
I want to promote a spot, but I also don't want to blow it up, because there's this one spot in Claremont that it's like almost like a little storage shed place with that they open up only on Saturdays and Sundays, and it's all that kind of shit.
That's dope.
Old books, old DVDs, old video games, old CDs.
Bro, so
I will promote it. It's in Claremont. If you can find it, that's up to you.
Give me that's as far as you went.
Yeah, I'm not trying to share so much, because honestly, some of those CDs I want. So
give me the deets later. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, we'll do this guy's keeping a secret.
We'll do it off
mic.
You guys. We'll do it off mic.
Put it in the group chat.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that's what I've noticed. Like, and then there's now everybody's collecting DVDs and Blu-rays now again. And my brother Aaron, he sells on Whatnot, and he does comic books, but he just recently started doing DVDs and Blu-rays.
Flying,
fucking killing it.
I'm sure.
I'm like, what?
Yeah,
this is insane.
It's nostalgia.
So it's not for us. It's gonna be nostalgia, but all the younger kids are starting to get into it. You said you have some younger boys. I guarantee you start talking to them about this stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, like one of my homies is like, listens to CDs now. Almost positive somebody's gonna say that.
Let's watch Discman's come back, dude. That'd be so sick.
Bro, check this out. This is crazy. So I was, me and my girl are going to lunch, right? And then her daughter calls, and she's 14. So she calls and she's like, "Hey, Mom, when you're at the store, can you get me?" Or no, she was saying that she's gonna go to the gas station with her dad. Oh, can you get me? Or I'm gonna get what's it called? Wired headphones. And she was like, why? My girl bought her earpods, so she's fine. She has earpods, like the high
the battery dies too much.
Yeah, no, she said no. I want it for aesthetic.
That's it.
Literally for the look of it.
Holy shit!
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
it's the same thing as how Baggy's coming back.
Yep. Guess what?
Oh my god!
Guess what?
Baggy jeans.
This girl wears baggy jeans.
You know it.
This girl wears baggy jeans that are like low cut, so her shirt is like right at the at the.
Isn't it telling them that
gene level, so you get a little bit of that?
This current generation,
like Alanis Morissette and shit like that.
When we were kids,
crazy,
right,
dude.
We had movies like Demolition Man, where it's like we tried to predict, or Fifth Element, we tried to predict fashion. Like 50 years from when the movie was made, and it was all this wild shit. But no, these kids are not creative enough to come up with their own aesthetic. They have to bite our fucking shit.
Yeah,
They have to bite our.
No.
You know what? I'm speaking to the camera right now. Where's my camera? I'm speaking to you right fucking now.
Camera?
Everybody who's under fucking 18,
there.
you're wearing the baggy jeans and the Deftones t-shirts and the hookah the puka shells and the jinkos. You are all fucking not creative. You're biting off our shit.
Make your own
Make
shit.
your own fucking style.
You know what pisses me off even more is the fucking goth nowadays is not real goth. Like goth back in the day for us was like they were listening to what Marilyn Manson and
this is why I don't support Poppy,
Typo Negative and all this shit.
And
but now,
baby metal.
Now you go and you know when you're scrolling on Instagram, oh this goth chick, random goth chick would pop up and she's like into goth, but then the music she's playing on her video is like hip hop music. I'm like, you're not a real goth.
No, you're not a real goth. I'm so
fake.
sorry.
It's crazy.
I had a neighbor.
Goth is just a style now.
Yeah, it was a style. And I remember I had a neighbor, we both went to the same school, and then I see her just green hair, always like with the backpack, always looking depressed. She always looks like Eeyore. She was a big girl too. She looks like an Eeyore when she walked. But she had a shirt. It said Ugly Kid Joe. That looks pretty cool. Hey, is that like a new Garbage Pail? Or what the fuck is that? It's a band. Hello. She had all the pins and everything. I said, look, I'm not into your music. I love hip hop and gangster rap and all this. How the hell? But the thing that we both had
he likes banda too.
We just, vente corrido conmigo. Ta, 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 ta. Véngase mi gente a ver qué vamos a contar hoy.
That translates to, this is a 9 Inch Nails cover.
I'm waiting for some goth banda to come out.
That'd be great.
Holy
we might be on the cusp of something amazing there, dude.
They're like, estuve clavando tu hermana. You're like, what the f*** is going on here? You're sitting back like, damn, these fools went all out. Hey, man, así está boquero.
Now, this is the sound I have been waiting for right here.
If we see that, we're signing it today.
Dude, I will get pissed the f*** off if I
Let's
say
mail ourselves that idea so we can copyright it.
But that girl, she was real cool, though. She was real cool. This is the one thing I understood. It's like, as weird as I thought she was just normal like me. Yeah, she was just like, you know, she had the same parents. She was Hispanic, but she was already second generation, so she didn't speak a lot of Spanish. And in mine, it was like, my household was, you speak Spanish in the house and you speak English outside. Mm-hmm. And I kid you not, it was sometimes so confusing, sometimes helping my dad out, because my dad owns, he still is a dental tech, all right? And now he had to deal with guys who spoke English. And there was times where I was like, he wants me to translate. I was like, oh, shit. And one day he goes, Chris, come with me. I need to talk to this one dentist. I go, okay. We get there. Old Asian man. Okay. Is sitting outside. Now, this old Asian man, he's not this style. I knew this guy was like in his 60s because he's smoking like that, like a with the cross leg, you know.
Like that. You got the opium technique.
Yeah, the opium. There we go, the opium dude sitting on a milk crate. I'm like, oh, am I a knob? What the hell's going on here?
Did he hit you with one of these with his beard like that?
No, he didn't. I wish he did. He just had the chops. Chops. We get there, and then he just goes. My dad just goes, well, that's the right address. I guess this must be the guy. I said, all right, did you talk to him? He's all sort of. He has really bad broken English. I go, hey, are you bleeding? Are you bleeding? Because you're about the same way. Dude, you're bad. Like, your English is bad, Dad. And he goes, well, that's why I brought you. Translate. I said, all right. We get there, and he just goes, hello, are you Ricky? And I said, oh, yeah, this is my dad, Enrique. My name's Chris. And then my brother was with me at the time. And then I go, this is my brother, Alex. He goes, oh, okay. I look, I talked to your papa. I told him that if he wants to do work with me because he's good, your papa's good. And I was like, all right. And then he looks over and he goes, who is in the car? Oh, that's my little brother, Kiki. He just goes, what? Did you call him? I'm like, Kiki, what's wrong with that? No, my friend. Kiki is the female part. See what I'm trying to tell you. I'm like, what the I said, wait a minute. Then he went racist on me. Yeah, completely just goes, no, it's because, way back the Spanish people, they came and, those bastards, they came and put on our wives in the islands. And I'm like looking at him like, dude, my eyes are like this, like, what the fuck is, me and my brother like looking at each other like, what's going on? And he's just like, No, it's okay. They did that to you too. You know, in Mexico, they did that. Why you think that? Would you go to? If you go to Philippines, you're going to find a lot of Rogles, and you're gonna find Gutierrez.
That's true.
And I'm like, I am listening to maybe Joe Coy's uncle. I'm just sitting back like, what the? And so when he said Kiki, we get back in the car, and my dad is hugging my brother, kissing him a lot. My dad's not affectionate. He's not affectionate. Get out of the car. He's all, hey, well, man, what's dad all hugging me and kissing me? He almost licked my forehead. But we found out that your nickname is Pussy in Filipino. And he just went, ew, that's fucking nasty, dude. He said something about practicing. Oh! I said, dad fucked you up, dude.
You fucked him up.
Yeah,
You didn't have to say that.
I said back, I said, damn, bro. I go, thank God I don't have a nickname, man. I said, but this is the kind of people I used to have to help my dad all the time. Filipinos, Argentinians. I had one nervous moment when I had to talk to a Russian guy. Because he goes, hey, I need you to get the money from this guy. And I go, what was his name? Gustav? Whatever the hell. He said, let's just say Vladi. And then
was Vladi Divac from the LA Lakers?
Sort of, because look it. I know I'm sitting down for all of you out there that, you know, can't tell my height. You kind of can. I'm about 5'0", okay? There's not a lot to me. And to try to punk a Russian, that's a bitch. I walked up, I knock on the door. My dad had told me before. He goes, hey, this guy owes me like 3 G's. Not $100, Dad, because that's a lot easier for me to get out of a Russian guy. 3 G's? You want me to fucking get this guy? All right, I walk in there. Obviously, again, I'm the only one that speaks a better English in his family. Now, I get there and he's all, oh, Christoph, how you doing? And I'm hey, Vlad, how you doing? He's all, what are you doing here? You never come around anymore. Like, what's wrong? Is that something that I did? Well, Vlad, here's the problem. How can I explain this? Like, my dad says you owe him $3,000. Oh, is that so? And he closes the door behind me. I'm like, oh shit, what the? Oh shit.
Oh shit.
This is turning into a James Bond movie in a minute. I was like, why don't you sit for a minute? Sit? I was like, ah, shit. No, I'm good standing up. Yeah. No, I said sit. And I'm all, shit. And I sat down. He sits down. He's a big dude. And then he's like talking to me. He tells me, oh, look, I'm going to explain very clear. You and me and your papa have a lot to deal with. We know business is bad. But why he come at me? Why don't he come and talk to me like man to man? Why he bring you? I said, well, first of all, because I speak better English. And he's all, oh, you're right about that. Father is very bad English. I'm like, thank you. And then I said, because he's trying to teach me how to, run business. And he's all, that is good. Look, I don't have money. But how about we negotiate? Sit. And I still didn't want to sit, but then I sat my ass down and I said, all right, let's see how this works out.
You sit there for 5 minutes. He brings out a tub with a human foot sitting out of it. And he's like, so this is another friend of mine that come ask me for money.
I would have shit in my pants. I would have told my dad, I didn't get the money, fool, so you're fucked.
Yeah, Russians will do that, dude.
Dude, he scared me. But you know what he did? All he did was he's very nice, and he just said, no, all I wanted to tell you is I wanted to see if you piss in pants, because you guys all think we're the bad guys, huh? And I'm all, well, yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of James Bond movies, so you guys are always the bad guys. We're not bad. Look, just here, how about I give half? And that is good, good business deal, and tell Papa that I am so sorry for not giving money. Yeah, sure. And then he writes out the check, gives it to me, and I walk away, and I was like, I felt like a fucking man, like, hell yeah.
I negotiated.
Yeah. But yeah, my dad still smacked me when I got you. I said 3,000. I said, you go get the rest, Dave. Did you know what I just went through? Yourself.
And then I promptly went to the bathroom and changed my pants that I had pissed.
I was like, oh shit, oh my gosh.
No, I couldn't imagine myself ever in that sort of position. I mean, the closest I've ever gotten is there was a time when I was probably like 16 years old or something. Right. And it was me and my 2 brother-in-laws and my dad, right? My mom had hired this contractor to help us do all this landscaping, like legit landscaping. Like we were taking down like this hill, we needed to get like a bobcat, all the whole thing.
Oh, shit.
And he did some of it, completely bailed, left the Bobcat, and then we finished the rest of it, right? And so my dad was like furious, and my dad doesn't get super mad, but like we gave him a bunch of cash to do this thing, and then we ended up doing it for him because we had the Bobcat rental, you know.
Right.
And so he went and he was like, hey, I want my money back. And when we got there, it was me, like I said, 2 of my brother-in-laws, which are about, like 5 and 7 years older than me.
Okay.
And then my dad, which was probably in his prime at the time, like 38, 39, something like that. And I'm like, I'm 16-year-old. I'm like, no, I want to come along for this mission. Let's intimidate this guy into giving us our money back, 16-year-old kid, we get there. This has to be like a 56-year-old, 350-pound man that signed up for a job he could not like finish and then just had to bail. And all of us just like collectively looked at each other and were like, it's all good, man. It's all right. I never mind, dude. We are not in the intimidation business when it comes down to this bleak of a... this guy, I think, clearly just wanted the fucking money. He wanted the money and then just couldn't do the job. We were all just like, you know what? We'll meet you in the middle by, But yeah, that's the closest I've ever gotten to anything like that. Yeah.
I see those stories is what you need to bring out,
Yeah, that was random. That was something I just remembered right now.
That's great. Hey, let's check out this skit that you did, the crossing. Can we check that out?
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Let's see how this ends out. Let's want to see this shit.
So we can watch up there, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. We have the new TV.
How do you pull that up there,
Look at
Mick?
that. That's so cool.
Behind us.
Behind
you.
My goofy ass up here. Let me take off my glasses for this.
Now, are we able to see it over here, Mick, or no?
Oh, that one's like all split.
Yeah, the full one.
Hurry up, it's 7:30, boy. You're gonna be late. No.
Dad, am I ever late?
You gotta love the audio and all that shit, huh?
What's it called? There it is.
By the way, my car makes a cameo. That's my car right there.
That's
I still drive that shit. I still drive that motherfucker.
How old is this?
Oh, I want to say maybe 15,
there we go.
16
That's
years old.
That's it.
All right. Come on.
Oh, wait.
Oh, shit.
Right there. Hold up. All right, let's go. Keep it going. Keep it coming.
Wait, aren't you Mrs. Bear's class?
No, what the hell are you talking about, man? Keep moving before you get hit by a bus. Let's go. Go. Hey, Chupacabra's gonna get you on the floor. Come on, let's go. Move it.
You are in Mrs. Bear's class. You sit in the front row. What are you doing out here, man? Let's go, man. We're gonna be late.
I need you to move it, all right? I'm 35 years old. Do you know who I am? Do you know who Sean Diddy is? Take that. Go on. Get out of here, little termite. Bro.
Little termite.
Termite, huh? You're like the same height as me, man. You're like your mama dressed.
This kid.
Oh, Shorty, we're gonna be late for school.
Oh, hell no.
That's when I could actually run. Now I can't do that.
No more running from it.
I am. That's like the only thing I ever did. There's another one I have, but that one's like you can. When you asked me, I said no. You can't hear the audio. It was a recording at the Oh shit! What's it called? Not the Ice House. It's in San Diego. Shoot, I'm forgetting right now. The Madhouse. The Madhouse in San Diego. It's a great venue, by the way. If you get a chance to go down there, it's a great venue. And there was talk about when you have no choice but to keep going. Somebody ordered Uber, okay, and they went out the wrong door, and they went out the emergency exit door, and all you hear is and I'm all. And I'm just going, and then I see my boy Jamal just go with the jokes, and I'm just doing my jokes. But yeah, that crossing, I want to say like 15, 16 years old.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Damn, that's a while back.
Yeah, I was a coworker, but like I said, when I did comedy, he was like, "Hey, would you want to come out in this skit?" And I was telling you before you got here, I was telling Tony earlier, if I knew what I know now or what Sean Diddy did, I'm like, oh, shit, never would have worn that fucking jacket. I never would have. I was like, oh, shit, I look like a perv, dude. I look like a fucking file in this shit.
First of all, if you look at that, a crossing guard would never look dressed like that.
I know.
I know. At least you got to rock the emergency vest. You know,
Yeah,
the fucking
something.
highlighter
No,
vest.
dude.
Just some random guy.
Just so random, dude. You know what was cool was they were doing construction, but you guys can see in the background of this construction.
Yeah.
They were like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" Because he had an actual photographer and all this other, and he goes and he goes, "Oh, we're shooting a quick film. I'm trying to get my son, that's London, trying to get him into acting, and this is something we got to do." So the guy was like, "Oh, cool. You want to use our stop sign for a minute?" And we're like, "Yeah." So he gave it to me, and I did the whole bullshit. And
Nice.
I just sat there, and my wife goes, "My God, what were you thinking with that haircut?" I was like, "I don't know." You fell in love with that same fucking haircut, so don't act
I mean,
like you
no,
didn't.
this was
That's
like
what you like.
2009, 10, 11.
I
around
think so. I think it says there. Hey, Mick, does it say it right there?
Oh yeah, mine.
13.
What year?
2013.
2013.
Wow.
Absolutely, that haircut flies in 2013 for sure. That's one. I might have rocked it myself if I'm being honest. I mean,
I don't know how, but I've gotten people mistaking me for Armenian. They're like, "Dude, you look Armenian." Sometimes I'm all like, "How the fuck do I look Armenian?"
I
I'm
try to
like,
get people to guess my ethnicity. You know, no one can do it. Most people have never gotten it on the first try.
Okay, mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. You are definitely there's a percentage of white bread. I might even be seeing Italian bread in there. You know?
You can pass. Yeah, you can pass for Italian. Jay's Mexican. I can tell.
Oh yeah.
Mexican and Native American.
Oh
No
yeah.
kidding.
That's where the beard comes from.
45%.
44 Native American to the Americas, or like a Native American like
Basically
reservation.
Yeah, Yaqui. I'm Yaqui.
Have you ever tried to do
Which is
like,
basically Mexico. It's Mexico and Arizona.
He's out where the
basically.
line went. Okay, we're down there, and then they moved. Then my family went across.
Basically, all the Yaquis got pushed to Arizona, and then got to Arizona, and then the Spaniards pushed us back down to Mexico.
What's that
So-
to say about your culture that you got pushed somewhere,
I
man?
know.
That's all.
Shit.
That's all it is. No, we got fucking dog, dude, all the time. We got dog. Hey, we strong though. We are strong people.
So knowing you're half like or part Native American, I immediately just want to come up with your like Native American name, like one who rumbles balls or one who makes strings slap, like you know.
You know what's funny? This is an interesting story.
String slap.
So the reason why I started using JonnySavag for my my artist name or whatever is because there was this.
Don't do this one.
I swear to
don't
God,
do
this
it.
is what happened.
No,
Don't
do it.
do
I
it.
haven't heard it. So go ahead. Fucking do it.
True story. True story. I was
Bullshit.
working in when I was working in Las Vegas.
Let me
when I
just
was
pretend
living out there.
this.
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled. Keep going, Tony. Keep going. We're gonna get fucking canceled right now.
If that's gonna get us canceled, then don't watch the other episode.
Yeah, that's not the worst we've ever been. No way.
Oh shit.
No, this one guy came and he started telling me about the four corners. You guys know what the four corners is?
Yeah,
in Arizona and all that. Yeah,
You
yeah.
can stand in 4 states at the same time.
So like a bunch of native tribes go there and do like ritualistic stuff and just like kind of congregate there
Right.
during a certain time of the year or something. So he was telling me about that, and he was doing that. He was a biker, but he was a white guy, and I guess he met this native chieftain. When he went, because he was a biker, so he would just be coasting, going wherever. So he ended up there one time, met this chieftain, and then like he was sitting there like doing smoking with him, drinking with all them, and hanging out and everything. And they gave him a name because they're like, "Yeah, you're one of us. Like you're one of us." They started calling.
Did we do me a favor? And instead of embracing the stereotype that Native Americans are alcoholics and potheads, could we just replace that with and we ate popcorn and made cookies?
No, you'd be wrong.
You're like,
You'd be wrong.
you could do it, but it'd be a lie.
If y'all ever been to a reservation, that's what it is.
Oh, Jesus.
But I guess he got so involved with the people there, and he was there for like weeks, I guess, that the chieftains gave him a name, and they started calling him Buffalo Ghost. So he would wear that like all over his shit, Buffalo Ghost. And he himself was, in that short time that he was there and knew these people, and then he kept in contact with the chieftain there.
Yeah.
I forget exactly what tribe, but he since he was like a nomad, right?
Yeah.
He would just go through Nevada and California and go up and down like, all that shit.
Wow.
And so he became so high up with that tribe, even though he was a white,
Yeah.
a white. And they actually gave him power to like, you can give out names, you can like, bring people into our circle and stuff. So when he met me, we were chopping it up for literally at my store for like 3 hours outside. I was not even
Shit.
running my store. I was just sitting there chopping it up with this guy who's so fucking cool. Seen him that one time, never seen him again. And then he's like, if I were the chieftain, I would call you. He's like, what's your name, Johnny? And he's like, okay, I would. He's like, to me, you seem like a savage. I'd call you JonnySavage. That would be your name for me.
Wow.
And I was like, that's sick. So
that's how you got your Native American card.
So as soon as I started, as soon as he told me that, I started using JonnySavage for everything. I was like, that's sick. Because it was savage. It was the thing. He's like, and at that time, he was right. I was a fucking savage, dude. That's
now, are you allowed to call white people pale faces officially, or?
Yeah, I can.
Sweet. That's all you want out of the Native
out of the
American
whole thing. He's like, you want that privilege to call them, fucking, you white face, peckerhead looking fools. You guys.
I can use pale face and I can scout motherfuckers now.
Yeah.
So.
Now, out of all of that, I do want to see if this is a little thought experiment. Is there a way to pull up Spotify and see if there's a artist named Buffalo Ghost?
He was an older white. That'd be cool. That's a sick name,
That's a sick band name, dude. If you don't have if there's no bands called Buffalo Ghost,
and his name was,
I'm starting a new indie project called Buffalo Ghost.
And he said Buffalo Ghost because he said that he, because he had a motorcycle. So they said they gave him that name because a motorcycle.
Oh shit, we got Buffalo Ghost on the line. Yes.
Imagine
is it the band or the song name?
It's the band.
No kidding.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but for him, that's our chick singer? What the?
Do we got another Bay of Metal on our hands?
No, I got one.
This isn't metal, though.
White Buffalo. That's the other guy that I heard on Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
His name's White Buffalo. That fool has a song called El Matador. That song hits. Every time I saw that Sons of Anarchy, I was like,
dude, a good show.
That is I'll put that song on when I'm truck driving. I'm just be like chilling, like, hell yeah, dude, this rocks.
What is it? White Buffalo, El Matador?
White Buffalo, El Matador. I know he came out on Sons of Anarchy. I had to look it up because this fool has a voice.
But he's white. That's why they said his name was Ghost. That's that's fucking great. That's kind of racist. But it said Buffalo because he rides like a motorcycle.
I'll tell you, when it comes to my last name is Maravilla. Yeah. All right, and I remember he's long gone, but I had a manager one day.
Bring the pretzels. Oh, you can't hear me. Bring the pretzels.
He said,
yeah, buddy. So good.
He says, he kept calling my name Maravilla. Hey, Maravilla.
Hey, Maravilla.
Maravilla. Hey, you got them trailers coming out, Maravilla? And he had very southern accent. I'm sorry, but anyone with a southern accent, you're like, no, 100%. You're like, yeah, he's racist. But they're not all racist. They're nice. They're not, it's the women with the southern accent. How you doing, baby? You good? They always sound sweet. It's the guys. It's always the guys that have the southern accent when you immediately go, oh, shit, dude. I know they burned a flag here and there.
I'm definitely hearing an N-word in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This guy definitely going to be like, hey, come here.
He be Maravilla.
To me, the ultimate fucking hick is, the ultimate hick line is from Trains, Planes, and Automobiles, where it's like they get the guy who gives them a ride, and he's like, yeah, that's my girl. She just gave birth to triplets. She didn't cry or nothing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, dude. That's so fucking good. That line was written before any of us were born, She didn't cry or nothing. That's great. That's so good.
That's what my boss was like. And I said, hey, look, it's pronounced Maravilla. He goes, I don't speak Italian. I don't know what the hell. I'm just calling you the way I call you. I said, what the fuck did you just say? I'm not Italian either, fool.
Listen here, spaghetti bender. All right.
I would try to get him to say boy because I know that's their tipping point of
the hot word.
Saying, the hot word. And one day when they were, it was a statue season. Everyone's, knocking down statues for no apparent, hey, that's racist. And I sat back and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try it. I go, sir. I would be on the radio, and I go, hey, did you hear, sir? They are taking down our statues. What are we going to do about that, sir? And he goes, Maravilla, need you to just get to work, man. Okay, chop, chop. And I'd be looking at him and I'm off, sir, again, what are we going to do? I took down my Confederate flag out of my garage. Are you taking yours down? Because, sir, they are after us. And he's like looking at me like, you're not white. You're Mexican. What would you be doing with a Confederate flag?
You mean to tell me it was only whites and blacks over there?
Yeah.
Well,
What part of Mexico are y'all hanging Confederate flags?
We were there waiting behind the wings. We were playing it smart.
I will pull up my friends. One of my black friends at work. I'm on DeAndre. He's like, "What's up? Hey, come with me. Let's see if we can get him to say boy." He's like, "Oh, let's do it, fool." And he's like,
That's
"Hey,
good
boss."
old fun right there.
Yeah, all the time. Hey, boss. I ain't gonna say his name because I want him to like come back. He's like a boogeyman. I don't want him to come back at me. I be, sir, this is like the third time I catch DeAndre just chilling in the trailer. Like, what, this is when I was a dog worker. He's like, I go, "What you gonna do about it, sir?" And he will go, "Who?" He turned back. He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, we can get back to work." And I was like, "That's right, huh? That's right."
You guys were hoping he would walk off in like a huff. And
Look here, boy. That's what I was waiting for. Look here, boy. You need to get back to work. Never did it. Yeah. I was like, "Oh, we never got him to say it. Damn it." He quit after that. He retired. He was already old, but he already retired. I was waiting for that word. I was like, man, I can't wait till this guy drops it. Drop it. Say, "Boy." He had.
I just picture you, Chris, just waking up at like 4 a.m. for your job, just catching your breath. Like, God. All right. Okay. I'm getting my energy. Take my shower. Have my coffee. I'm going to make him say that.
Every day of my life. That's all
It's
I was
the
trying
only
to do.
motivator.
Yeah. Either that or Wiener. I want him to say one of the two. Come on.
Just let it slip.
Come on, John. I know you can say it. I know you can say it. That's because that's the fun part about being a comedian.
Yeah.
Like we, right before the pandemic is when it started. People, being very careful what to say. Oh, trigger this, trigger that.
Yeah.
Don't say this. You can't say trans that. You can't say. But now you're in the game now and you're watching. F it, let it roll. Because anybody can say shit on your phone. It's very easy to. All the comments right now can be going on. Like, wow, you guys brought a beaner on this show. Okay, well, But we will never find that guy could live in Florida.
Yep.
We don't know. But it's so easy for them to hide.
Mm-hmm.
It was last week. My friend Richard Villa. All right, Richard Villa, great comedian. Okay, guy's been in the game for a long time. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna do a podcast every Monday at 7. We're just gonna pick a topic. You come on." And I said, "Can I come on as any character I want?" He goes.
And then you show up. So this podcast, I wanted to say, this is the best podcast I've been on.
You know what we did? He goes, we went live on TikTok, and then he goes, I came in like a European trash looking dude, like Armenian. I had a suit on. My shirt was opened all the way down. I forgot to put chains on, but I had my shirt all the way down. And then
3 layers of pleated chiffon.
Oh my God, I should have. I slicked my hair back. Just grease ball looking dude. And then
2 different colognes.
Oh yeah, all day long I was spraying myself. Cologne in the video, you'll see. I'm just spraying. And he's looking at me. When he first saw me, he goes, "What the f is this?" And I'm like, "Don't worry, let's get started."
I got you.
We get on the comments and immediately just goes, "Well, everybody, how you guys doing? This is my friend. Can you introduce yourself?" I go, "Hello, my name is Christoph." And he's all like, "Okay, Christoph. Got a heavy question here to ask you. What do you think about Trump and what he's doing right now?" "What? Trump is greatest president ever. What are you guys talking about? I own 6 gas stations. I am winning. I am going to buy 3rd G-Wagon for next wife. I have no problem here." And then people are starting to comment. Like, what ethnicity is he? He's all over the place. No one could figure me out.
Okay, so maybe you could help me workshop this, right? There's something there, I think.
Okay.
And I've never been able to try to write a joke about it because I'm not like Mexican enough. Even though I'm half Cuban, that's my ethnicity. Half Cuban, half Mexican, but I'm whitewashed to and I've never been able to figure out how there was a whole movement in the 90s where Mexicans were totally allowed to play Arabs. Like we were just
100%.
it's like get the Mexican guy. He's like half the price. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know. I think that's what it was.
What is that?
I think because if you could just do that accent. Look, like I said, I lived in Glassell Park, but next to Glassell Park was Glendale. And that's like Armenian hub.
Mm-hmm.
No lie. I used to have one eyebrow and I would go to the mall. Now, remind everybody, we used to hang out in the mall, and it was a lot of fun. And one of my friends, we're standing to get the elevator, and I hear, and I'm all, I don't understand what she's saying, you know? And it was an older lady. She's coming up, and I said, what was that, miss? And she's all, oh, I thought you were Armenian. You have great Armenian features. I apologize. I'm looking for store. And I said, oh, it's over there. My friend cracking the fuck up. He goes, I told you, fool, pluck that eyebrow. Yo, all these Armo dudes have one eyebrow, fool. You have it.
You've heard it here first. The first step in not looking Arab if you're Mexican is the eyebrows. Eyebrows is step one.
Eyebrows and don't beat your wife. That's
that was it. Dude, I used to get that all the time. But that's what I think is because our Mexicans are so mixed. And you can pass for this, you can pass for that.
I like to picture like the casting process, right? And it's like we have Abdul, we have Ishmael, we have, and then we have Hector and Juan. And then like, all right, Juan is actually, if we get him to tan and not shower for a week, he's perfect.
Oh, shit, yeah, you're right. Oh my God.
He's perfect. And then Ishmael and the other guy are just like, what the fuck, dude?
I thought we were going to get part.
I thought it was a lock. This was a lock. It's all right. The taxi company pays well. We'll be fine.
Let's just do what we do. That same podcast, on the TikTok, they were commenting, like I said, ruthless. I mean, ruthless people. They were it took them, I want to say like 30 minutes when someone finally put like Armenian words. And then my boy Richard looks and he goes, hey, what's a P? I go, beats the fuck out of me, dude. And then that's when I said, okay, I give up. Okay, I'm not Armenian. I'm Mexican. Okay, everybody, I just this is something I'm trying to see. I said, I fooled a lot of you for a while, but there was comments like saying, oh, hey, Richard, now we know where you get your drugs from. He looks like a cartel guy.
Damn.
Just because I had my shirt
looks
open.
Like a cartel guy.
Just because I had a suit on. I'm all right. Another one. Oh, God. I think I read someone tell him to get a tan because he looks like a chicken before you boil it. I was like, motherfuckers, dude, you guys are dicks. I was like, wow.
That's why I can't wait to like live stream these episodes. I can't wait. That's just gonna be so fun.
You live stream and call me back, and I'll just be right here fucking talking bullshit. And that's what they tell us. They tell us, like, don't read the comments. Just don't read the comments. In entertainment, just don't read the comments. I mean, look.
I love the comments.
You're a musician, right, Jay?
Yeah.
You're a musician. All right. Tell me, and you're going to go through this too. Tell me if you haven't had a gig where they hype it up so much, only to get there and you look and you go, where the fuck is everybody at?
Yeah, I've been there.
Dude, there's like 5 bands. How the hell is there 3 people here? You're like, oh, shit. But you gotta
it's my girlfriend, our merch person, that guy's girlfriend, their merch person. Like
definitely the first stages of being a performer require a level of delusion that most people do not. Because you could go to a show, right? And I've done this, with shows. It's like your first band show or whatever. There's 12 people in the audience, and you got like 2 like girls that have never heard you headbanging, and then one guy that moshes, and you're like, that went really well.
That was a good show.
That was a really good show.
There's so much truth to that. And then
you have to like at least mind yourself into that a little bit,
The amount of, you're right, the amount of delusion you have to be a musician and to be like comedian.
A performer in general.
You got to have so much because right now, my band, like I think about my band, I'm like, dude, we're fucking sick. We could tour. We could get signed. We sound like so much other bands. And I'm like, what the fuck?
No, and it's funny. We watched, me and Mick, we went to the Unworthy show the other day. And then there was this band that played for them. God forgive me for not remembering their name. They were actually very good. I'm not dogging them in any way. But the vocalist, his motivation in like getting the crowd to get moving was anger, and I'll never get that. I'm like, dude, be at their fucking mercy right now. You're
tired. You better start.
He's like, I'm tired of seeing this. I need to see you move and you move and you move. And we're like, that's not the motivator, bro. You need to make friends with these people right now.
That always cracks me up.
It's just like when it's anger, because it works sometimes. In the right scene,
it has to be the right scene. It's like in the hardcore scene. That's where it works. Like fucking hate breed and that type of shit.
Hey Jay, where's the biggest place? Sorry to where's the a venue where you were like, oh shit, we fucking rock, and there was a lot of people. For you,
the biggest was back in the day. I'll never forget. It was at the Grove with my old band To Kill For, and we played outside stage, and it was fucking insane.
What year was that?
Gang of people.
Was that when like Moth the Flames and At the Skyline?
Like that?
I might have been there, and even if it kills me.
Yeah, it was Human Abstract. Did Outside.
Human Abstract. You said it was the Grove, Anaheim.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a summer show.
Yep.
It started during the day.
Summer Slaughter, I think it was.
I think I was, dude. My band played there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We played outside stage. And
See, there's
so
much crossover.
That shit was crazy. It was so much fun. Like everybody was coming up to us after, like, "Yo, you guys are fucking sick" and all this shit. I think about it now. I'm like, damn, we were not that cool. We were dope. I loved my own
but when
band,
you have it in your head, you're absolutely right. You're gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
And our art form is not like acting.
Yeah.
You know, where they can go cut and come back
Yeah.
and do it. You know,
Uh-huh.
ours is you got one fucking shot to get everybody, and he's knowing that you got about 3 to 5 seconds to get the attention of everybody.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
not, you're fucked.
Yep,
Because then
bro.
everyone goes, okay, whatever,
Yeah.
and you're kind of like stuttering. You didn't prepare. If you're knowing what you wrote, like when you write your songs,
Mhm.
and you hit those right words, it'll impact somebody.
Yep.
You sit there, they're like, oh shit, dude, I
Yeah.
get this guy, dude. Last night, I did a joke about you also knowing your venue. Like once you learn your area, once you start going out, like if you find out where San Diego, where's the hot spots, if you want to talk about food, learn real quick, and then you start putting all that together, and then immediately you can get the crowd because it's always locals that are there.
Right. That makes sense.
So I told a story up there yesterday, okay, about how I used to party in the 90s and how these kids are not the same as us, okay? You remember ditching parties? That's what they need to bring back. These kids need to just go ditch, dude. Just ditch.
Oh, yeah.
Look, please, everybody, if you
Dude,
have kids, tell them to ditch.
That's a core memory unlocked.
Right?
Those two words combined, ditching parties.
Ditching.
That was a different
DP.
level, though.
DP,
that was a
the
different
ditching
level.
party, not DP, what you guys are thinking. DP, ditching party. Because someone will be like, oh, I looked that up. I know what that is. You're like, no. Those are core memories. I didn't care. Like I said, I'm a big hip hop head. But if you told me it's a band, I don't give a flying dude. Are we leaving? Like, tell your buddies, hey, where are we going? It's this new band, dude, called Snot. I go, I don't care, dude. If we're taking off, is there gonna be weed? Yeah. Beer? Yeah. Let's go.
Snot's a sick ass band. That's a real
I remember
band.
I caught a show with
I
them.
did not know. Seriously,
I caught a show with snot, saliva, fecal matter, and anus pus. All of them were awesome that night.
You were so close to like literally naming a bunch of bands. Snot's a real band.
Saliva is a real band. I know that.
Anal Blast is a real band.
No. But that's what they need to bring back. I told the crowd, I said, I remember those days when you would just be like, you couldn't hear nobody. Remember the deep house music? You're like, oh shit, hell yeah. You're like, hey, what's your name? Yo, Stacy. You're like, oh shit, what's up, Stacy? What are you on? Oh my God, I'm on ecstasy. It feels so good. You're like, oh shit, you're looking for your friend. Hey, fool, she's on ecstasy, fool. I don't got a condom. You got a condom? You got a condom? Yeah, fool. All right, yeah. I think I'm gonna get laid. And then she walks away. You're like, oh, fuck. But now with these kids, they gotta worry.
I feel it with you. You're basically saying that these kids, they could just fucking Uber Eats condoms whenever they need to.
Yeah, they would have. I don't got one. Uber. Hey, Uber it, fool. All right, got it. Hey, it's already.
I got a DoorDash on the way right now.
It's coming.
I got some for everyone.
Yeah. I bought like 3 boxes, bros. Don't worry. And then now these kids, unfortunately, they gotta be careful. They gotta be talking. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's your name? Stacy. Hey, what did you look like you're on? It's like, hell yeah, I'm on hormone blockers. You're on what? I said hormone blockers. Oh, like, oh, Stacy turned into Steve in a minute. I was like, oh, no, I don't want, You're like, hell.
That's good.
I told the crowd, I go, that's what they're missing.
Yeah.
That's what they did. This nostalgia that we need. I told the parents, I think we should just bring it back. Just bring ditching parties back.
Okay, so here's the because I run a whole Instagram page called Nerdworthy, and it's about a lot of that stuff, sharing like nostalgic memes. I do toy photography from all the action figures that I collected, all that kind of stuff. And to me, like I follow a lot of pages that share a lot of memes that are like basically that's the sentiment they share.
Like 90s memes.
It's like, yeah, dude, we need to go back to that time. Now, something that comes up all the time. How do we do it? Now with cell phones and everything, how do you do it? How do you get, because I mean, there is this, for me and for you and for the people who are born in that age, there's the simple answer of at least attempting to cut our cell phones and social media out of our lives. run things off of, the simple,
Right.
let's do the flip phone life. If you need to get a hold of me, call me. And then I'm going to just live my life. And we have those little fillers. Like, there's been days where I don't touch my cell phone. I haven't interacted with it at all. I play board games and not just regular fucking Yahtzee and shit like that. I play Metal Gear Solid like a real man. But I play like PS1 games. Like I watch old movies. I cook. You know what I mean? So these are things that I'm able to fill my time with.
You cook like a real man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I barbecue fucking bloody meat. Bitch. No.
He puts it only
Like
on for 2 minutes. Throws it. Here you go. You're like, oh,
Like that
Still
time
moving.
you were talking about you're making something in your crock pot, you it.
The fucking the beef stew. Yeah. Hell yeah.
what a bitch. Just eat it raw, fool. It's
Hey,
fuck-
to be fair, I had to cut the meat. So
Oh,
I mean, there
okay.
you go.
Oh,
I will say crock pots are amazing.
Yeah. It's like, you ever had a crock pot chili cheese casserole?
Just
And-
walk away.
Change your life. Change your life.
Walk away from all that shit. That's the best man
the
fucking
best.
thing. I'm gonna
Set
tell
it
you.
and forget it. No.
Throw it in there
Set it
and
and
walk
forget.
away.
What ingredients did you put? I don't remember. Who cares? There's
Right.
like 2 boxes of lard in there. I don't know.
But yeah, no. So it's I think we people of a certain age possess the ability to like if someone were to tell us like, hey, we're taking your phone from you. We know what to do with our time. The current generation does not know what to do with their time.
Yeah.
They have no supplement for it.
It's
know?
helicopter parents. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
It's us. Like I said, I got 3 boys. Try to not keep an eye on them 100%. Like how we grew up.
Yeah.
It's kind of
They
hard.
had a commercial where it's like, do you know where your kids are at?
Yeah,
At like
yeah.
10, it would air all the time.
My dad never knew. He would have looked at that commercial and said, I
He
don't know.
changes the
You
channel
care?
and he puts it on Telemundo.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, there's the lady I was looking for.
She's hot. Your mom's not watching, right? Your mom's not here. All right, cool.
There's the tits I was looking for.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's like, I wanted to see her again. Hell no. Hell no. That's why I said our generation was the shit.
Yeah, it was.
Like my son told me, hey, Dad, I found out about you're called a Xennial. I said, hey, if that's another form of gay, I'm not fucking whatever the hell. I'm not none of this
Just let me know
metrosexual-
what flag I need to put on my
Yeah.
Instagram,
Now who I gotta be nice to? No, he goes, Dad, Xennials are from 1976 to 1985, meaning that you guys were able to know what a rotary phone was, come back home at night, once the street light came on, so on and so forth. And he goes, but then you guys were able to learn technology and so on and move on. The people before that, they don't want to learn. They don't care.
Exactly.
They don't care. They're like, nope, this is how I'm hardwired. I'm doing it like this. So I said, oh shit, that's a new one I never heard.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, because look, Dad, you know about apps, and look, now you're doing stand-up, and I was talking to Shane, okay? And Shane Forbes is another big comedian, and he's been on BET, he's been on Comedy Central, all these, okay? Guy's been in the game forever. The one thing he told me was, once, and to you too, as a musician, he goes, you can no longer just do a show and you're done and you get to be known. You know why these younger guys are moving up so fast? It's because the world is seeing them now.
Yeah.
So you got Instagram, you got TikTok, you got Facebook. As soon as they put a skit, you got all these people and they want to come see you.
Yeah.
That goes for everybody. Being a comedian, that's what it is. It's not natural no more. You can't just expect everybody word of mouth. Still helps. It says word of mouth is no longer in the realm. If you want to sell out shows, you have to put skits.
Yeah.
You could stop, and once you stop your skits, guess what? Nobody's gonna come. I sat back. I go, oh shit. He's like, how old are you? I said 45. Okay. He goes, you got it. The way I saw you, I performed some other shit with him, and he saw it, and he goes, he laughed a little bit. He laughed okay, but he said, here's the thing. Your style right now is storytelling, and that's what's gripping people. You immediately made fun of yourself. Like I have one where I talk about. I usually say true stories because I dated a stripper. Okay, here's the thing.
Noise.
Yeah.
Cue the T-Pain.
What's your name? No. But one day I after the stripper thing, let's see, who else did I date? Oh, yeah. That's what I was trying to get to. I was going on a date with this one girl, and she had to go to the restroom, right? And she lived down the street from my house. So I bring her back to my house. And then I said, hey, my parents are sitting in the living room. As I walked in, this heifer, okay, she's like 5'10", okay? This is And I said, the restaurant's over there. She said, hi. Okay, we left. We did our thing. Come back. And my dad just looks at me. He goes, hey, not bad, son. Not bad. I said, thanks, Dad. He goes, but I'm going to tell you right now, you holding her hand, you look like her fucking keychain just dangling. How do you do it when you walk her? Do you stand on the sidewalk and she stands on the other side? Like, what the fuck, dude? I looked at him and I said, hey, man, how about if, yeah, right, you're hung. No, you're not. You're not your father, okay? I said, and that's what I said. All these stories come
looking
out.
like a labubu and shit.
Yeah. The whole stripper shit was because my mom opened her mouth.
Uh-huh.
She was just meeting my wife, okay? But as your girlfriend, and then she just sat down and we're eating, and then she just goes, my mom goes, you know what? You're one of the most decent-looking, sweetest girls that my son has ever brought. And I'm going, like, looking at my mom going, fuck you doing right now? No, because this guy, este cabrón, he's brought, I know she was a stripper. Oh, dude, you should have seen my face go. I hadn't told her that, and I'm like, oh, fuck. For like 2 weeks, she didn't want to see me. My wife was like disgusted because she's like, I'm not that type of girl. If that's what you're aiming for, that means, ugh. She's like, oh, and I go, no, well, and my stupid ass goes, in her defense, she was a waitress there. She wasn't really a stripper. So when your mom,
they're all just waitresses there, dude. None of them own the word stripper. They're all just waitresses.
My dad pops his head in and he goes, no, she was a stripper. I could tell. I'm like,
no, I mean, it was in her gait, in the way she walked. You could tell it was not just. I even asked her to carry a tray. Yeah. No balance skills.
No balance
whatsoever.
Dude, I got so much heat for that. I've gotten in so much trouble with that. When we were dating, one time. By the way, I don't know if you could tell, I wasn't much of a innocent guy. I did a lot of trouble. I got in trouble with the law, and one date, same girl, my wife. We pulled up to Starbucks, okay? And now we're early into dating. We're like a month in. I knew I was in trouble. I stopped, and behind me, a sheriff pulls up, okay? Nothing. We're in the drive-thru. Mm-hmm. Nothing. All right. I'm sitting back. Next thing you know, that sheriff backs up and gets next to me and then makes me roll down the window. Now, it's a female sheriff. Two female sheriffs. She looks over and she's like, Chris, is that you? And I went, oh, shit. The way she said it, my wife did not see sheriff. She looked and she went, who's this bitch? Like, who you fucking know? And I'm like, oh, dude. And in the back of my head, I was like, did I sleep with the sheriff? No,
Shyamalan twist. This is the same chick that waitressed at the strip club.
I was like sweating bullets, bro. Like, how do I get out of this? And then the other sheriff pulls up. She's like, Maravilla, right, Chris? Hi. And I'm like, stop talking to me like you know me. What the fuck's going on?
My name's Matthew. I'm sorry.
I was trying to pull something. I'm like, hey, we need to talk to you. Now, my wife is just like this. Need to talk to you, huh? And I'm like, look, let me straighten this shit out. I don't know what's going on. But I did. Once I pulled in, they said, hey, you got a bench warrant. Okay. So that means we got to take you in. I said, look, I'm on a date. Is it cool if
you let me finish my date?
Yeah, please let me finish my date here. Like, huh? She said, are you going to go? Because we have your information, all right? If you make a run for it, it's even worse. So you can't drive this car. I said, all right. And then I go, it's stick though. I said, fuck, she's never driven stick. My girl, my wife. And I sat back and I said, how do I get out of this? And I said, by the way, it was a blonde and a black girl. So it's like, I know my wife was looking at, so he swirls too. So what's going on here? I was like,
and chocolate lover and snow bunny over here.
You say you never slept with a black girl. Now I see this shit. I'm like, oh, fuck, dude, what am I doing? I said, oh, damn. I go, okay, so can we? She's like, yeah. I get in the car and I said, hey, look, you're going to have to drive. And she just goes, are you going to explain? Well, look, can I explain once we get going? I don't know how to drive stick. I said, okay, look, I'm going to teach you real quick. So then she learns. Dude, tell me when a woman is angry, fuck, dude, you gotta watch out. I mean, she was fast and furious in like 3 seconds. I was like, because she was just like looking at me. She's all, so who were those bitches? I'm all, wow, you're learning pretty fast. And by the way, look forward. Don't Paul Walker me right now. Stop fucking looking at me as she was running red lights. And I was like, okay, stop. She had me so nervous. I just had to like, oh, fuck. I go, she's like, you okay? Let me get my balls down to where they're supposed to be long because they're in my throat right now. Jesus Christ. I go, you were going like 90 and a 40. What the hell's wrong with you? And I said, look, I know we've only been dating for a month. Look, I apologize. I got a bench warrant and yeah, I got to go pay
I'm about
this.
to be arrested.
Yeah, I was
That's
about to get
how you knew
arrested.
she was your wife. Is she still with you from
She's
that
still
shit?
with me 20 years.
From that shit.
Yeah, I don't know what I did, but she said, okay, what do you have to do? I go, I got to go in Monday and okay.
I would kill for it to be a long game that she's like, no, I'm going to marry this guy. I'm going to have some kids with him. And then I'm going to fuck up those fucking bitches that pulled us over that day. I'm going to fuck those bitches up. I'm going to track them down. And
oh, dude, and it didn't get any better. It did not get any better because as soon as I showed up to court, I had to go to the Compton courthouse because it was just, that's another long story. But to shorten it, I go, fuck, I know that if they do arrest me, they're going to impound my car. You know, you're just looking at money. You're like, oh, shit. I just looked and I said, I'm going to take my dad with me, which I thought that was the stupidest idea, but he's the only one available. I go, hey, Dad, I need to go to court. Can you come with me? He's like, now what the fuck you do? I said, look, I told him, and he goes, oh, yeah, I've been there before. All right, so nothing's going to happen. Okay. Now, if you guys ever been to traffic court, they go alphabetical, right? Alphabetical order. They went 2 names in, you know, and then I hear Christopher Maravilla, and I say, oh, shit, they use my whole full government name here in this motherfucker. Yeah? They said, are you Christopher Maravilla? Yes, I am. Okay. Bailiff, put handcuffs on him. There's a bench warrant for him. I'm all, fuck, dude, oh, shit. And so now I'm handcuffed. So I'm over here like this, sitting in the chair, sitting in the jury's box. Just like, now what the fuck's going to do? Like, oh, shit, what do I say? How do I explain this? Oh, fuck. And I'm sitting there going, fuck, dude, how do I tell my dad? I go, well, the girlfriend, oh, well, you know, it was nice. Nice knowing her. See what we do here. They went through everybody. Okay, they're done. Fine. As they're going, they brought these dudes in brown jumpsuits. Orange is real bad, but brown, I said, okay, I've seen jail movies before. They ain't nothing but.
Dude, that's fucking, you guys are the pawn level in the chess game. Yeah.
I don't got to worry about you guys. They sit next to me, and then next to, you know, I don't know why. I lean back and I go, what are you in for, dog? And then some dude goes, I had a DUI, but I also had I had priors, and I didn't go fix it. Oh, no shit. And then the judge, excuse me, Mr. Maravilla? Yes? Why are you talking to them? Do you want to go with them? I said, oh, no, hell no. I don't want to go with them. I'm cool. But I just was curious if I get on this bus, at least I have a friend. She's like, so you think this is funny? And I'm trying to make light of the subject. I mean, I'm already in here, right?
Bring levity to shit that is actually not funny at all, you know?
Sweating bullets, dude. And then she hits me with, okay, they brought in this paperwork, and they're saying everything. All legal mumbo jumbo to me, and I'm just waiting for that one word, and then I hear it. I go, yes. She's all, to what? If you are lying to me, you're doing 30 days, automatic.
Yeah.
No, I heard it, expunge, right? She's like, yes. And I almost felt like she was teaching me a lesson, like, so what is expunge? And I said, no, I did. I went, I did my community service. I got it cleared. She goes, good for you. Okay, you know what? We're letting you go, and you're going to pay like $300 fine or whatever. Ah, dude, I was so thankful because my dad was just sitting outside going, the fuck, man? I thought you were going to be out of here like in like 20, 30 minutes. What the hell happened? You've been in there for like 4 hours. I said, oh, shit. I explained to him, and he just goes, why do you do this to me? Why? I said, I'm your son. So I don't know, dude, it's part of you. I mean, kind of.
I didn't get asked to get brought into this shit. You brought me in yourself.
Yeah. Oh my God. I used to sit back and I just sat and that's the kind of dumb shit I do. And that's what I bring up to comedy.
It's funny. At the very beginning of the moment, you're thinking about, fuck, I'm going to tow my car, and getting my car out of fucking Hawk would be, you know, X amount of money. And, and then when you're relieved by hearing like, all right, dude, I'm only out $300.
Yeah. I said, I'm not doing time. Okay, cool. I'm out.
Yeah, that's so much better than I'll pay. Honestly, I'll fucking take out a loan. I know a couple people that'll give me the money, you know. But no, it's to me, like brushes with the law like that. Like like I said, I'm not a person who is crazy about excitement. I'm fucking plain
Really?
Jane. I'm pretty boring, dude. I'm not.
You're in a band. You know.
No, I mean, but even so, like I'm not the good hang in the band. You know what I mean?
Oh, so you went and go home?
Yeah,
like,
I like to stay and support and see all the bands that I want to stay and support and everything, and so I'll hang out for the night. But I'm not a mosh pitter. You know what I mean? I am always hanging back, you know, and just kind of just chilling. You know, as I said before, me and Mike were at a show the other day, and I leaned as the mosh pit opened up a little bit. You know, I leaned over and I was like, "We're 40, right?" And he was like, he nodded to me. It was like, "All right, cool. I just want to make sure I'm on the right end of the fence here." You know,
I don't want to spring something. Be like, "Hey, Mick, my sciatica went out for. I think we should go home now." It's like, "Oh, fuck."
What's your experience with like live shows, like live music shows?
You know what? The last one I ever went to, shit, dude, I'm talking a long time ago because I started, like, I got to focus on what I was doing. Was a Smokeout in, I want to say 2001?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, at the Glen Helen. I just remember because my buddy goes, "Hey, I got tickets. I don't have a car. You don't have tickets, but you have a car."
So that was on like the heels of, like, if I can remember correctly, that was on like the heels of the Chronic tours, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of those artists were trying to put together that festival, and some of them were on there. You had Cypress Hill. So
that's the one.
So that's a fun show.
Dude, it was fun. And my buddy got us backstage passes.
Ooh.
I was like, what's going on? Because I didn't believe it. This is how much of a dick I was, because I was like, he was always such a liar, compulsive liar, you know? And I asked, he goes, "Hey, you drive, you get us there, and guess what? I can get us all the way backstage." I go, "Like, how far backstage?" He's like, "Hey, you can be real."
How far
Bullshit.
can you fit it in your mouth is my question back to you. Because, I mean, we can get pretty far back there.
Yeah.
It really depends.
I'll do what I got to do to be real. So.
Yeah, to be real.
He's my favorite impersonation, dude, because you could do any sentence. So give me a sentence and I could do a Be Real sentence.
I'm on the Stool Podcast.
I am on the Stool Podcast and I'm having fun with y'all. Right? That's pretty close. That's pretty close, right?
He was something else, man. My buddy we went all the way backstage, only for me to touch the bus and get off. Because he was the one that was telling me the whole bull. Mm-hmm. I didn't believe him. I'm dude, you don't got to pass this all the way to me. Be real. He goes, "Dude, my cousins are security." I don't think you were here. We were talking about that. That's the guy that worked at the Roxy. And
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he worked at the Roxy at the Whiskey a Go-Go. So
nice.
He was the one that said he knew all these celebrities, but anytime we went with them, never saw any celebrities. Like, he was like, "Hey, fool, I'm not working tonight in the Hollywood because of this, and this." And he only wanted to use us for a ride. So then I got tired of it until Smokeout came around. I said, "Oh, so you got tickets? I could get us all the way backstage." All right. We get there. Sure enough, we are. I'm like, "Holy shit, dude, this is fucking dope, dude." And then there's his cousins inside the bus. There's Be Real, Cypress Hill, they're smoking out. And I pull up, I'm on no shit. I got up on the steps, I pull my head out. I see them with girls, get weed. And then his cousin, the bigger one, comes up. "Yo, who are you?" I go, "David's friend." "Oh, hey, you the little guy that didn't believe us?" I said, "Kinda, can't get on the bus, man." He kicked me off. I was like, and then the rest of them that believed them, they were all on the bus, and I'm over here walking by myself. And I says, "Hey, see how you guys fucking get home? Fuck you." Little man syndrome. Just, "Hey, go fuck yourselves." And I just walked away. Oh man, it's all fucking grumpy. And I was like, "Man, I'm gonna smoke weed myself. Fuck you guys." And then I ran. Okay, by the way, stupid move I did. How do you go to Smokeout with no lighter? Like, I went, "Bitch, I forgot the lighter. It's in the car. I'm not walking way back there." Oh.
And then you run into the problem of having to borrow somebody else's lighter just to light up your shit. And then you're like, "Do you have any hand sanitizer?" Like, I don't trust this person who just handed me the lighter. Like, the one person generous enough literally doesn't have shoes or like a full outfit. You know what I mean? They pulled it out of a pocket that's not necessarily attached to their pants.
You're like,
it's wet.
It's a little damp.
Afterwards, there was like an oily stickiness I could not get off of my hands. I put 409 on that shit. You know?
Oh man, that's funny.
All right, let's try to get into some of the music that you brought. Yeah.
Yeah, he brought Kendrick Lamar in. And what is this?
What is that?
Oh,
Regida?
yeah. Look, Kendrick
Regida?
Lamar is something I like to listen to before I get ready for stage.
Let's play Kendrick when
See,
we.
that's like that was a question that I wanted to ask. Like, what's his name? Ryan Niemiller too, comedian. Because for me, like when I play a show, I have like music that I listen to. I have like a thing that I do, like my ritual before I play a show.
Right.
You just said that you listen to this song before you
Pumps you up.
perform.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Shadow boxes.
yeah,
in the
like
corner.
what do you guys all do? Like what is something that you guys all do? 'Cause for me, it's Korn. I listen to
Ask him.
I listen to like Life is Peachy, like that Korn. Like the fucking,
I listen to all types. Like I'll listen to Korn to work out. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I'll listen to what's Rammstein to work out. Like fuck,
Nice,
that'll make
nice.
you run for miles.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to hip hop, it's Kendrick Lamar. It's anything old school. It's DMX. It's
Nice.
E40. Yeah.
Cue up. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. All right, by the Ghetto Boys.
50 Cent. All those. Every dude. Like I like I like impersonating DMX on stage. The other day, I told people, like I said, this is why my genre is. People are starting to come around. I said, damn, dude. I told this guy, play DMX for me before I get on stage. He goes, all right. Plays it on. I said, look, that is one of the greatest voices in hip hop that we've had.
Yeah.
Because anybody in any genre could, like, I could hear Korn. I know immediately who that's Korn. I could hear System of a Down. Immediately I know Chop Suey. I know those guys had vocals. Everyone had it. DMX, immediately you could just hear.
One thing that I
know.
would argue is wrong with the current scene is that a big global populist element, like a bunch of people have agreed that like, oh, we like this kind of voice. You know, so you get Billie Eilish sounding like fucking Lorde, and Lorde sounds like Taylor Swift in all these different respects. You know what I mean? When in reality, like we were raised up on music where I've heard it put as like, you know, we were talking about Jim Morrison and the Doors, right?
Yeah.
They're not for everyone, but he was like this one guy doing like this crooner's kind of vocal style in this punk rock scene. And like that was kind of unique. And we latched onto that. Led Zeppelin, he finally made metal operatic, you know, and then you look at The Who, they made rock and roll music psychedelic.
Yeah.
And, you know, you have all these different little elements that like, oh, this is the reason that this band or this artist or this group has staying power. And then you look at a lot of the artists now, it's like, who sounds like fucking Be Real?
Nobody.
Not a single fucking soul. Not a single fucking soul on the planet.
No.
Okay? And all the people who have tried to sound like Pac, how much were they able to make it to the 100% mark of sounding like Pac?
No.
Pretty much no one.
Biggie.
You know what I mean?
All those guys.
Exactly. And so to me, that's the one thing that I've always treasured is the uniquity of people and the way they express music, the unique elements of how a voice can sound when it sings and how it attaches to people. And I think the current generation has kind of really lost sight of that in the sense of like, as long as it has a good beat and then a melody that they could you know, get addicted to.
As long as you could jump, you're like,
exactly.
all right.
That's all that's important when in reality, dude, like, no, attach yourself to the lyrics a little bit more. Attach yourself to the actual intent of the passion of the vocals.
Because it takes time to put all that together.
Yeah, not only that, it takes a talent to define like. So if you go to let's say, you know, you guys are all both familiar with the recording process. So let's say you bring a single to a famous producer, you pay them thousands of dollars, and you're like, this is my song. You bring them your demo that you already made, and then they're like, you know what? We need to make your vocal style sound a little bit more. If you could sound a little bit more like Corey Taylor, you know, that would actually make this song. I think that's ruining fucking music, dude. You know, no, sound like you, dude. Sound however you sound.
Yeah.
And if that song doesn't hit, then that means that the audience wasn't ready for that sound, or maybe you didn't make the mark.
That's what I told. That's exactly what I told the crowd. I said, okay, we all know DMX. Could you have seen DMX do anything else? Like, let's say he was a school teacher. Could he have done? Could he have been a sex ed teacher?
I'm gonna teach you to turn on tables.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now. Hey, this is how it goes. I know. I had chlamydia, and I had it 3 times because I slept with bitches like him, Tanisha, Aquisha. You know, like you. That's what I'm trying to say, yo. You know? Like, you never had E40.
All right, let's crack into social studies. Here we go.
Like, I always pictured E40, like a kindergarten teacher reading Dr. Seuss. Tell them when to go. All right, children, we're going to get percolated right now. I want you guys to pop your collars because you know what? We're going to get. All right. Everybody ready? Here, tell them when to go. Tell them when to go. And it's like, this audience is like going, what the fuck is going on right now? This guy, I said, you cannot picture anybody but them doing what they did in music.
Yeah.
That's it. I could not see these guys, you know?
Yeah. Even the modern, what's oh shit, why am I spacing? Mumble rap. The mumble rap movement is so telling of like how people, it's like the same way, you know, people figure out the Marvel formula for making movies. It's like people have figured out this formula for, it's like you said, you get a good melody. Doesn't matter if it's sung well because the auto-tune fixes it.
Yeah.
You get a good beat that everyone's like, that's the bop, you know? That's all that matters. And there's no merit to the idea of the talent, you know? So anybody could do it.
I respect Little John.
Yeah.
But I think he kind of started it.
Yeah.
Because his was beats, barely a few vocals. Like I said, him as a school teacher, could you imagine? Like in math, Mr. John, the answer is 32. What? The answer is 32. What? The answer is 32. Okay. Yeah. And he kind of jumped that off. All that crunk music kind of did that. Yep. They used all a couple. That time. Yeah, all that time. Just a couple words, and then make them everybody jump.
It was all hype music and party music and club music. Now with Lil Jon.
Like I said, Kendrick Lamar, for me, he's something new, and you could hear him like when he dissed Drake. I was like, oh shit! Like this guy comes
around.
Yeah, you guys know how he was respected, Kendrick. I mean, I heard he one day Eminem, because Dr. Dre brought him in, and they were in studio, and they saw Kendrick bring like a squad with them, and he immediately Eminem thought, man, this guy's another one of these fucking mumble rapping dudes. Like, all right, let's see.
Yeah,
he says, hey, I want you to kick out your entourage. I want you to freestyle it right now in the studio. See how good you are. Kendrick didn't even flinch. He goes, no problem. He started spitting bars. And that's when Eminem was like, hey, Dre, he good.
Two thumbs up here.
Yeah. In my head, I was like, wow, a white guy telling that the black guy, hey, he's good. Don't worry. You're like,
we really have reached a progressive moment in history, haven't we?
When Eminem, the white guy, Eminem could actually say that shit. He's like, no, hey, that black guy, he's good. You're like, okay, I did not know that could happen.
Without question, Kendrick Lamar is one of, if you were to put up certain, like, they would never do this because it would ruin empires of, you know, money making for certain, you know, producers and people who make money for these artists. But if you were to put Kendrick Lamar up against, you know, certain artists in a like face-to-face battle rap, some of these dudes would be fucking humiliated.
Oh yeah.
They'd be humiliated by the fact that they rely completely on the technology to make the music that they want to perform. And then Kendrick Lamar, if you were to take him, and I've this is the problem that I've always had with Kendrick Lamar. I think he's talented, and I think it fucking sucks that to express his talent, we have to add so much fucking production to it. He doesn't. We don't need to add that production to make his music awesome. You give him a simple beat, and then you put him in a club in LA, and you pack that house, and you just have him perform to the backtrack with no fucking light show, no nothing like that. It's still gonna hit. It's gonna hit incredibly hard. Yeah, probably harder than it would in a fucking stadium for all these people that are just like swaying and, you know, singing along the lyrics. And that's the thing, is like that's a huge thing I have a problem with, is you get even the talented artists are forced to live in this world of like, no, we need to overproduce the performance element of stuff. We need to have lasers and lights and explosions and all this stuff, and that'll be the spectacle. There's like, no, honestly, a person like me, a fan like me, you put me in a small club with like 30 people, and Kendrick Lamar is up there with a fucking like a 2-speaker PA setup, and he's just doing his thing. I'm equally impressed. You know what I mean? I think that's lost on a lot of people. Everyone needs the fucking spectacle. Everyone needs fucking production. They need all that shit.
They need to get humbled.
Right.
Just like being a comedian. You get humbled when no one's paying attention to you. I mean, I've been, oh, dude, you don't understand. I've been places where, let's see, there was the Dodgers, the World Series. My buddy goes, hey, fool, you want to do a show here at this one bar? I'm like, yeah. I get there. The World Series is on, fool. we're not. No one's gonna pay attention to us.
Definitely not.
I did. He goes. You're the rookie. Hey, go tell the manager to turn off the TVs.
Oh, hell
I
no.
go. You go shoot your balls, fool. If you think I'm gonna fucking say that, you're out your damn mind. And he goes, I was just playing with you, fool. Don't do it. Don't do it. And it's like we waited until the crowd, and we were hoping. We're like, dude, it was like I think Game 5. And we're like, dude, let them win Game 5, and this crowd is gonna be great. Yeah. If they lose, we're if they won it, and we're like, okay, thank God. Okay, hey everybody, how you guys doing? They're drunk. Once they're drunk, it's even better. It's even better. It's easier. It's a lot easier. But yeah, you get humbled like that when you go from that to, like I've said, I've done the Ontario Improv, I've done the Ice House, I've done the Laugh Factory, and I get big crowds. Very easy because comedy, what it is you get laughter. Somebody starts laughing, it's just contagious.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the one thing that's why podcasts are so successful is because in their daily lives, people who are laborers and workers, if you could sneak a little headphone in your head, and there's people you're just hearing laughter, it's like this like positive reinforcement in your life. So when you do that and you experience it live, it's almost unreal. You know what I mean? It's almost like this unreal feeling. It's like the same thing that like people in pubs before stand-up comedy existed, like people in pubs, like when you're just laughing at your buddy for being an ass, and we all have that big fucking uproarious laugh. It's an irreplaceable lightning in the bottle moment that we capture, and it's like a hard thing to replicate. And turning that, like that's why it's more of, to me, I hate calling it an art form because that's the only word I have. But comedy is the purest of all the art forms to me in the sense because it can't be bastardized in that way. You can't recreate it in that way. You could train yourself to be funny. You could write jokes. But to be a person who solicits laughs from any given person that you interact with is literally one of the greatest gifts you're given. Yeah. Is that ability to attempt to try to do that. And that's why I say it's like it's even harder than being a musician. Like, yeah, you could sit in a room by yourself and train on guitar for hours. And I spent an entire year. I didn't talk to anybody, and I put in 1,000 hours, and now I'm a master at guitar. Guess what? That's not going to impress a mass of people as much as making them smile. Never. It
it's
never
hard.
will. And that's a crazy reality to kind of face, is that you could be looking in the face of talent. And it bastardizes this whole argument of how we navigate what we're entertained by. Yeah. And still, some of us just want to go sit in a comedy club and be entertained and chuckle.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. You just want to laugh.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, that's my favorite part about it. Because I more feel like I tell people, look, this is therapy. So some of us comedians that come up here, say some shit, it's because we want to get it off our chest. I don't want to pay $300 an hour to hear this. So, it was your mother. You're like, when did my mom come in this? I never said my mom. It's like you immediately think it's my mother's fault. It's my dad's fault. It's like, oh, my uncle molested me. I never said uncle molested me, so I don't know why you're bringing this up for $300 fucking dollars.
I can't remember for the life of me what comedian said it. It might be Joe List or Dan Soder. They're the first two that come to mind. But they said, and it's a joke that makes total sense to me. It's like, yeah, anybody tried therapy? You tried therapy? You tried therapy? And he's like, yeah, let me sum up therapy for you. Your parents did it. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's the truth. It's like your lifetime trauma. Yeah. It comes from the people you were raised by and the environment that you were raised by. Exactly. And to me, where it's like, all right, are we going to be a bunch of pussies just trying to like figure out and navigate like, well, who caused me this pain? Or are we going to get past the pain and build? You know what I mean? That's kind of always been my whole thing, That's me attacking therapy. Fuck you, therapy.
I actually like therapy, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You've done therapy?
Yeah.
How's it gone for you?
I thought it was good. I'm not doing it currently anymore.
No, I'm just kidding.
So you don't have a family that loves you and will communicate with you openly? No?
See, we can laugh about that. We can say it, right?
But what did you do? You went into a room.
So at first I went to a spot like his office or whatever, right? And there was this one. I had like maybe 4 different therapists at this time. And it was when I was going through like my divorce and like during COVID at the same time, like all this shit was happening at once. Dude. So it was all at that time, right? And the guy that I had was really fucking cool. And the reason why I liked him more is he looked like Anderson Silva, the MMA fighter. And the accent and everything.
That's dope.
That's cool as shit. So when I was like talking to him, like, this is Anderson Silva, dude.
He's like, I'm gonna need you to do one favor. When you tell me your stories, do them in WWE promo style. You know, you're like, so I'm coming for you, Mom. I know that you didn't take care of me when I was a kid. I know that Dad didn't run out on his own. No.
Yeah, so that was good. And then I did the online, you know, because not a lot of people were doing, you know,
Right.
you couldn't go anywhere during COVID, right? So I started doing online, and then I got this one lady. She was cool, and then I was like, nah, I want to switch it to a guy. I need more of a guy's perspective. I kind of need more of like, you know, a guy's perspective.
Johnny
on
likes
life.
guys more than girls. That's all I'm
that's true.
put it out there.
That's all we're here.
It's just
That's all
my
we're
dad.
hearing.
My dad wasn't there a lot. I can't just go talk to my dad like, hey, Dad, what about, you know, we don't have that relationship. So I was like, I need a father figure type of guy. So I finally found this older like white dude who was like 65.
Johnny wants to hold his father's figure. That's what I heard. Go ahead.
My dad looks okay for his age.
Johnny, stop, leave me alone. I'm trying to be something. Thank you, asshole.
You asked me to talk to you about therapy. This is gonna be. I'm gonna bring this up in my next session.
I do a podcast
all
and
my
his
friends
dicks.
make fun of me.
We brought this one guy, this short comedian. He's like, what a dick. He just call me gay while we're on the show.
We brought this little paisa in and we fucking talking shit.
So what
I
did you
should
do?
deport him.
Like BetterHelp or?
It was something like that. But dude, it was cool. I did a few sessions with this guy, and I liked him because he was like blunt, just straight up, right?
Yeah. Like a real dad.
Yeah, but then at the same time, this motherfucker was like 65, didn't know how to use this camera. This fool.
That's the greatest. That's the greatest.
He would like have his phone on his desk, and by the start of the session, I see his whole from here to here.
Oh shit!
As the session's going, I start seeing just like from here because the whole time his camera's like
on a slow
falling down.
You gotta love that part. You're like, no, looking at the ceiling.
Cut,
bro.
Cut to Johnny.
I'm pretty sure
he's on an hour later after the session. He's on customers. Yeah, the therapist that you guys sent me actually, I don't think is fully qualified or honestly cognizant. You might want to send him some help. Maybe call the authorities. I think he might be having an experience. Might be experiencing Alzheimer's of some sort.
I'm over here crying about my life, and I see fucking his nose up.
He's like, no, I was eating a sandwich. I'm sorry.
No, dude. He'd be eating donuts and drinking coffee.
Damn.
Come on. And you came here to defend therapy. You came here starting to defend therapy.
That shit flipped. That was
Did you
dope.
see that?
I saw it. Your vibrating weenie there flipped and landed.
It was still funny though, dude. It was fun. It made me laugh, but then out of nowhere he'd be like, I don't know how. He was listening the whole time. He's like, so Johnny, do you think that's what made this and this and this happen? Maybe that was this. And I'm like, this guy heard everything I said? So he was there.
He was there.
He just wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. That's what they say
funny,
is basically the people who seek out therapy are just looking for a listener.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And that's
what
my
I realized.
that's my whole thing is like I'm very, very fucking fortunate to be in a big family and there's always someone to rant to. You know what I mean?
I got that too, but at the same time it was like I was looking for at that time somebody that would listen to me that doesn't know me. Because then they won't use what they know about me against me, you know, or like.
Oh no, I just talk shit to my.
It's because you're like this.
I'll basically treat my mom like my therapist, and you know, I'll sit on this part of the room and be like, so my mom's been a total bitch lately, and I get that.
Don't say that about my girlfriend.
No, I completely get it, dude. It's a way to have a little bit of posterity in the conversation.
Yeah.
Well, you know, kind of not being judged.
Yeah, exactly. That. And it was but it worked. It was nice. It worked for me. I stopped going. I think I should go just for certain things in my life.
I like to make those excuses for not going to therapy.
No, don't worry. We'll be here for you. Just a six pack and fuck it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Go ahead and we'll just drink it away. Just drink your problems away.
There you go.
Why do people just go to therapy? I have a family member. She's a
like,
therapist.
let me tell you about my second bench warrant.
Yeah. I have a family. She's a therapist. and she lives in San Jose, and she was asking me about like, oh, how's your dad been? This is that. We're over the phone, and I forget that she's a therapist. She's like a cousin of mine, and I'm like, nah, he's just being a dick. And then she's like, why would you think that he's being a dick? And I'm all like, and then I realized, oh shit, this whole time
She's doing her
been using
hyper-analysis.
her therapy voice. Oh shit. I go, nah, you know what? I believe I'm so sorry, but you know what? I want to cut this session right now. I don't want to pay for the full price of this shit.
She's like, no, go ahead and take a seat here in this lawn chair.
I'm on the phone with her. I was like, oh man, dude. I said, and she's probably gonna tell my dad. And I was like,
She's just practicing, dude. That's all.
Hell
she's
yeah.
been doing it for years. I'm over here
Mike,
being a
you ever been
dick.
to therapy?
No, I've talked to a shrink though.
That's the same
What's the
thing.
difference?
Yeah.
One of them is more.
One of them smaller than the other?
That's good.
That's
I
all.
appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Damn, dude, that was pretty quick. No, I think it's just one prescribes meds and the other just talks to you.
All right.
Oh, so you went to the one for the meds.
Meds.
So you just need some,
Yeah, and I realized I didn't need any of that shit.
you just wanted some oxycodone is what you wanted.
No, because they were prescribing me shit I couldn't even take with my job.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Aw.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of things that me and Mick are not required to do, and you should see sometimes when I go to places and they're just smoking out, and I'm yeah, dude, and you want to hit? Nope, can't really do this, dog. My job literally on the line if I smell you guys, and they're just like, oh, okay, that's crazy, dude. What you doing? I'm like, yeah, but they're always like having their smoke sessions in the back, and you're the one comic just sitting there. Yeah, I'm drinking with you guys. Well, I'll tell you this. I don't drink at the shows before or after. Like, this is the first time I was like, what a
I trust two people, me and other people that drink.
That's it. But I never try. Oh, dude, like yesterday, my God, this guy comes up to me. He's like, dude, you're funny. He's about mixed height. He's like 6 foot something. This dude is drunk. And being little, I'm getting sprayed on. Like, dude, like, all right, dog. He's like, nah, it's just, hey, man, you're funny, man. Dude, you know, that Filipino, dude, I got, and I'm all, well, you know, I got a coworker like that, man, dog. And every time he said dog or something, I'm all, oh, Jesus, I'm all, if I got hand sanitizer, I was like, motherfucker, I'm going to bathe myself, dude.
I'm going to take a COVID test after this conversation.
Do you want a drink? I'm all, nah, I'm good, dude. Nah, you know, I'm all looking at him going, nah, my tags are expired on my car. I just want to make it home safe. So he's like, what? Oh, shit. It's just like trying to make up a story to get him away.
Yeah.
He was so loud. Watch when you run into those guys. When they're so loud, the heckler, you're like, dude, I got to drag this guy. Move. Like, come on. And he was like loud enough where the other comedian saw where the guy was at. And then I give him the nod, like, don't worry. I go, hey, man, you know what? Yeah, I could have that drink. Let's go to the other bar. And then we walked over to, because the place had 2 separate spots.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, hey, let's go to the other bar. He's like, yeah, sure. And then I ditched him. I said, oh, hey, just get the drink. I just got to go take a piss. And I darted out. I'm all like, all right, I did Irish goodbye. See you, dog.
Your GTA crisis averted meter goes up right there.
I told myself, damn, I would suck as a therapist. I'll tell you that right now. I just dumped this dude on somebody else. You're like,
No, I think we've all been there, honestly. I think we've all been there with that one guy who were like, all right, I tried to solve this problem. I gave it my good, solid college try for 10 minutes. You know, it's time
watch
to
when you run into those hecklers, dude. Like, you don't know. You have to. The hardest part, like, musicians, very different. You guys got all your music is going blasting. You guys nobody's gonna care. No, you could barely hear someone say boo.
Yeah.
But when you feel that, oh shit, my joke ain't hitting, and you start feeling like, oh man, hey man, what's wrong with you, dog? What, you don't like trannies? And you're like, yeah, I don't. I mean, why? My son's a tranny. Well, sucks to be you, fool. I mean,
my son's a tranny is a sentence I've been begging to be yelled at me for years.
Damn.
Okay?
You have issues, bro. I don't got a problem. You want a therapist?
You want to know my
my
number one? I think the number one impossible, unbeatable, completely undeniable best heckle. It's a heckle, I guess. Yeah, heckle. Is all right. Go into a bit. Try to go into a bit.
All right. Let's see. Let me go. Some of that would have been like, you're like, oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah. So the other day, my son was having a problem. You know, he came home crying.
You're fat.
And then
What?
just out of nowhere, something. You're fat.
Yeah.
You're like, what the?
And that's because
That
they've
will
been
side.
drinking.
That will side rail any fucking conversation.
You're all,
Doesn't it? What the? You just say to
I've
me?
been working out.
He's like, honestly, I've been on a keto diet, and I've lost 2 pounds this week. So I
That's where you gotta look and immediately just like if someone goes, hey, yeah, you suck or you fat and whatever, you immediately gotta look at the person and judge them right then and there.
Yeah.
And be like, look, you Farmer John looking motherfucker. I need you to call him. No, I had that one problem. Look,
Oh.
if you look it up, my last name is a gang in East LA. Okay,
Is it?
yeah, my last name is a gang. It's the Maravillas, and this guy, my boy Sebastian Satina.
we're gonna go and we'll put that. You tag them right there on the bottom of the video.
Hell no, they're gonna be like, hey, get that fool. Hey, that fool's fucking fake, dog. Like, fuck that guy. And this,
or you're gonna control them because that's your last name.
I know. Hey,
The top of the dog.
He's a messiah, dog. Like, hey, that fool was meant to run us. It's like, oh shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Jesus Christ of all the gangsters. It's like, who deserved it? Well, he brings me up. He's all, okay, it's your first time coming to the show. It's in Pico Rivera. And I was like, all right, yeah. He goes, just out of curiosity, do you have a stage name by any chance? Like something else you want to go with? Nah. And he goes, okay, your funeral, fool. I know. You know and I know. I go, yeah, I know, dog. I know. He goes, all right, everybody, here comes your first comedian. It's first time up here, Pico Rivera. Give it up for Chris Maravilla. And as I'm walking up, I hear, hey, fuck that puto. Hey, fuck Maravilla. These dudes are yelling my name. I'm pissed off. And I saw the dudes that were there. And then I said, okay, this is where you're quick. You got to be quick. I go, hey, first of all, calm down, Cholo, because I know you're a parole officer. And I see the ankle bracelet, you're going to get fucked, okay? As soon as I call them, they're going to come right here and take your ass. And guess what? Your lady is going to be free for the night. And she's going to fuck whoever she feels like because your ass is in jail with the rest of the guys while getting it right there, right in the ass, bro. Dude, they were like, oh, shit. I go, you want to fuck with me? I go, I may be little, but I'm fierce, bro. Like, hey, if I pull them out, hey, I'm going to swing everybody right here. I'm going to hit everybody because I'm known as a tripod, bro. That's what happens when you're little. We're known as that. I mean, that's all we have. And then they're just like, okay, I went into my bit. I'm done. Get out the stage. The rest of the comedians go. I go to the bar. I was like, what happened? Like I more got angry of the. I got,
the adrenaline wears off, and you're like, what the was that?
Like, that same dude comes up to me with 2 other guys. He goes, hey, homie, no disrespect, dog, but when we heard your name, it triggered me, and I was like, yeah, that's the first time I heard the word trigger. I was like, trigger? What the fuck is that? They got those, it's like we hear that name and that's what's up, dude. Like we don't fuck with those guys. All right, cool, respect. He goes, is that really your last name, S.A.? Or what's up, dog? Come on, yeah, that's really my last name. He goes, let me see your ID. Hey, what are you, my P.O. fool? Like fuck out of my face, fool. Okay. He does this. If you show me your ID, dog, I'll buy you a beer. Okay. And if it's my name, I want more than that. Oh, all right. Well, show us, dog. So I show him my ID. Oh, what the? Hey, homie. Yeah, that's really his last name, dog. I go, now you guys owe me 3 shots and a beer. So fucking chop, bro. And these dudes are big as fucking. I'm over here muscling them. Like, hey, fuck. I felt like Joe Pesci right there. Hey, give me my fucking beer, right? They ran up. They said, they gave me my shots and I took off. And that's when I realized, I go, yeah, it's kind of, I got buzzed right now real quick. I got to try to drive home. I'm all, fuck. I don't condone drinking and driving, Unless, like when we were earlier, we were talking about house parties. I knew who was a designated driver, and sometimes it was myself. You would hear, "Hey, who's gonna drive? Oh, Chris is gonna drive. All right, Bud Lights, it is. Coors Light, anything, because you still want to look cool in front of the girls. So you're like, I'm still drinking. So you just hold the beer differently. You're all like this. Yeah. So hey, yeah. So
covering.
Yeah.
This is actually an Ace's root beer. It's actually hell yeah. Honestly, dude, you've been a pleasure, man. We don't usually go this smooth for this long.
Yeah, for real.
No.
But let's wrap her up and then give us all your plugs, man. Give us anything you wanna kind of promote or
Let's see. I got March 12th. I'll be performing at the Brownsville Comedy Club in Southgate. And it's hosted by my boy Sancho Sanchez and Narcisio Gonzalez, dude. This headliner is funny, dude. He's gay. And the funny thing that makes him gay is because he says he's Mexican and gay. He's also, you know how hard that is. I wouldn't know. I'm not gay, but obviously.
Now he's gay and funny, or however you put it. But is he good at stand-up? Or?
Yes, he is. He's a great crowd. Yeah, great crowd work. He will look. I saw him tear up like all kinds of like people in front of him. Like he saw this guy go like, you're gay. And he goes, "What's wrong, sweetheart? You don't like it?" It's like, "Are you having a hard problem just looking at me?" And he says, "Because I could take it in the ass just like anybody else." And I'm like, "What the fuck did you just say?" He's "Does your wife? Because if she doesn't, I will. Because you're tasty right now." And I'm like, "What the fuck is this guy?" So I was like, "Okay, he's funny." And then March 21st, I'll be performing at the Ha Ha Comedy Club.
Nice. Hell yeah.
With Richard Villa, dude. Richard Villa. You guys gotta check him out. This guy.
Definitely. I think I follow him already on Instagram.
He's
when you told
toured
me.
all over the he's toured all over the world. He's more of a Mexican, but comedian. But he's great, dude. Him and me have been rolling. So
Do you have some direct links you want to share? Instagram, YouTube?
Other than Chris Maravilla 80, like I said, I'm still starting, so I'm still trying to figure out what links are, what do I gotta do with all this bullshit. I mean, who else can I mention out here? My boy is Sebastian Satina. He does a lot of fundraisers. So if you guys have, nephews, nieces, your kids that they want to put money up so that people come to the shows, pay $15, $20, and there's these fundraisers. He hosts these shows, and we do comedy shows. We bring a lot. I got my friend Ruben
What was
Garcia.
his name one more time?
Sebastian Satina.
Sebastian Satina.
Yeah, he's a great hitter. He's a terror on just making fun of people. Like you don't want to sit in the front row when he's there because he will clown you. Who else can I mention that I know that all my comic buddies? I got like Bruce Jingles that I know. Bruce Jingles is one of the blackest Hispanics I know. He grew up in El Monte. I was the only black Mexican in there. I was like, no shit, you're a black Mexican. All right, that's fucking dope.
Hell yeah, man.
El Monte is all the Mexicans out there.
Yeah.
Let's just go clockwise. I'll go first. And I will say that I am currently plugging my show on March 13th. I'm not sure this episode's going to be out before then, but
I think it might not.
That show will be awesome and has been awesome. Thank you guys for all coming to that. And then obviously been doing shows at Back to the Grind. That's been fun. Working on some other shows, for the improv and for some venues in Corona and stuff like that. As well as I am still working on A Man, His Cat, and Apocalypse, and I am trying to roll that out this summer. I have officially figured out the plan of releasing the whole thing as sort of a audio drama first, and then I'm going to try to put a visual element to it afterwards. And I hope you guys tune in for that. I'm going to make a whole new YouTube for that, so stay tuned. Follow Nerdworthy, follow Dead Widow. We actually have a little surprise coming, and then follow Tension's band, and that'll be it for me.
What up, guys? Hey, thanks for sticking around. If you stuck around this long, thanks for hanging out. And you know me, Johnny, a.k.a. JonnySavag. On every platform, it is JONNY SAVAG without the H in Johnny, without the E in Savage. You can find me in everything, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Check out my band, DNG Heavy. We got a show coming up March 28th with Green Jelly and Hotbox. And D-Gap, which is Don't Give a Fuck.
Where's that at, Johnny?
Huh?
Where's that show at?
That one is at Rockefeller's in Corona. And so that's gonna be sick. One of the members from Cottonmouth Kings, his band is playing called D-Gap. So
I
that's
haven't
gonna
heard that
fun.
name in a long time. Cottonmouth Kings. They were at that Smokeout too. I was like, shit, dude, no kidding.
Yeah.
Damn.
Old school.
So
that's old school.
Let's wrap her up, Mick. Let's see all your plugs.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and on TikTok at No Mix Given. Go ahead and make sure you follow Thee Stool Podcast on YouTube and on Instagram at Thee Stool Podcast or at Thee Dunce.
Got it.
These guys are idiots. Again, I am Mickstradamus. Been working on Cherry Coyote.
Woo!
Hit that like and subscribe before you go.
Buddy.
Appreciate you guys.
Trying to play a show this year.
All your favorite people, all your enemies, send this podcast to them. You know what to do.
100%.
We love you guys.
Thank
We love you
guys.
guys. Thank you guys.
All right, thank you,
Again,
everybody.
Who wants to take us out?
Chris, thank you.
Do it, Johnny.
No,
Chris, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. We're definitely going to have you back. You're exactly what we like on this podcast.
Thank you.
So I appreciate it. It was a fun time. Love you guys. And that is it. This is a Stool Podcast. See y'all in the next one.
Peace.
Bye, guys.